excellent police at the most. Hello guys, on everyone. Hangman Audit, you okay? Hiya, voice mate. Hangman, yeah, bro. Hangman Audit. Borough, you okay?
Northern
Freedom,
Horse.
Northern Horse, you okay? Borough Lass.
Is Borough Lass in there?
I think it's Borough Lass, isn't it? Borough Lass is that? Borough Lass.
Hartlepool Bargains.
Hartlepool Bargains. Gab Roberts. Hartlepool Bargains. Gab, hi. Yeah. Yeah, he's fucking killing me, Northern Horse. Is he on here still?
If you see Paddy come on before me on this left bit here, give me a shout. Yeah. Is the sound coming through for you?
Can you hear me, everyone? Put your thumbs up, you can hear me.
Yeah.
62 on, don't forget to push the like button as you come on, because it does that fucking scruffy little greasy ginger, horrible bastard grease making statements against people all over the place. He's had about 30 people arrested in the last 2 years, and every single person that Emma arrested, Terry Dicko, Cal Walker, Steve Max, Steve Shannon, Maria Howarth, multiple times. Emma been in 4 times, Terry's been in 4 times, Terry's 5 times when he's been his misses, and every single person got no further action straight away. He can't stop making lies up about people. He just can't stop grassing people. So this lunatic has been, what happened is we went to court with him because he wouldn't pay us the money for the books. All he asked for was invoices, wouldn't give me them. So I went to court. So I got a court case. He said he's always made a statement against us, but how can a civil court case be a civil court case be making a statement against someone? So what happened is, when you can't get it, you can't go to the police for it, you can't go for it. The only place you can go through is the civil courts. So the civil courts went, War Cry Publishing, War Cry Press, Mr. Cocker, like the company. They're a fake company. They're not really, they're not in company's house, so therefore they're not a real company. So I can't go ahead today. So they changed it from Rubik's to what War Cry Publishing. So that means all them years, I said, Your Honour, they've been selling them books for 8 years. They've stood something like 27 books, but all the books, it's fraud. It's fraudulent because it's not in company's house. If you're not in company's house, you're not an entity. So therefore the companies were fake. So the judge gave us disclosure and awarded it to us. And we won the court case. And this is what it's all over. Because when I did my first book, I was getting $3 a month, and this was in 2004. This book came out about 4 years ago. She's talking like a lot. And I think you've got the phone on. She's got somebody in the background talking. I can't concentrate what to do with. Carol stands there. Yeah, have company popped a little. Carol's legal fees are part of that. And she said about Mr. Elwood talking shit. Never ever went to the Kirk pub and put Lee Duffy out the pub. Now, when I had the fight with Lee Duffy, I was 26. I had the biggest name, but he was miles bigger than me because he was in and out of jail all the time. He was like on the dot at 16. I was on the dot. I was 19. So Lee's name was a lot bigger than mine. He had a lot more fights. But I had a lot of fights in different areas like Stockton and Middlesbrough and Hartlepool, all over the place. So I got a big name. But I had the fight with Lee when he got out of jail in 1991. This idiot's going, but I only knocked around for 4 weeks. I knocked around for nearly 6 months. I was with him for 4.5 months and he got killed when I was in jail. So when I had that fight with Lee, it was everywhere. Oh, this big lad's in a fight with Lee Duffy. And everyone talked about the fight because obviously it was like invincible, Lee. And he hit me with everything, tried to put me down. He couldn't put me down. So we ended up shaking hands later on and become friends. So we were running the town. And that stupid cunt, Jamie Doyle, is telling me about Lee Duffy's stories. You were in school. You were fucking 9, 10-year-old. You weren't around in them days. You never knew Viv Graham. You're talking about Viv Graham. You never even knew Viv Graham. You're talking about Eddie Buick. You never knew Eddie Buick. And I'll tell you this, and all Mr. Elwood, you never offered Eddie Elwood. You never offered Eddie Buick. The great Eddie Buick fought some of the greatest fighters in the northeast of England. Edward Elwood, tell me one person who you've had a fight with. Tell me one person. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you 3. One year a fight was called from Hartlepool. He was only 13 stone. The second one was Tony Robbo from Hartlepool. He went bang, 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 caught you in the teeth, knocked 2 your teeth out, or 3 teeth out. What did you do? What did you do, guys? What do you think you done? Open the door, grabbed hold of the lad, picked him up, Mr. Universe, put him in the back of the man and arrested him for the police. Took the lad to court, got him fined, and got the money for his teeth got knocked out. Instead of going on the lad's house, he said, look, I'm not going to go to court with you, mate. Like I'd have done that. I said, look, but them teeth cost me 1,500 quid or something. Pay me the money, and with friends, we'll just shake hands. No, he didn't do that. Mr. Elwood got them done. Then young Liam came along. 2007 nightmare for you, Liam, wasn't he? Absolute nightmare when he was at Elwood. Came around your club to fight you. You was under, I tell you, also offered you out, and all Big John Lewis and Big fucking Eddie Lewis offered you out, and you backed up for them. You phoned the police on them. You're a known snitch. Them lads, and the fucking my other friend from Billingham, the big lad, you know him on about. The Scrimmy, all them turned on you and fucking chased you. You got chased out of Hartley, but you got chased out of fucking Red Car with Kevin O'Hagan and fucking Tony and all them. They all waited for you there. You were sending your doorman through, they're getting beat up every week. And then when you came through one week, Dave Gilden, boxer, who boxed for Marty Joseph Turner, 13 stone, offered you out. You wouldn't come on the beach with Dave. Dave said, you're not fucking throwing me out. I've got pride. You might throw these out off the door. I get paid off these people I work here for. I'm not fucking walking out the door. I'll fight you right now. Get on that beach now. Oh, well, what it is for you, Dave? What's your name, Dave? He said, Dave, oh, I love people like you, no, because your asshole went right through the floorboards. And everyone in that fucking town, that Red Car, I'll go for an interview with a lot of them. Make you look a fucking mug. I know you're a mug. You've always been a mug. I've talked to Lee Wortley today, and the people down London are saying he's never heard of this fucking Dimbat. And the people down London have never heard of him. He said, but we all know the Taxman because he's a legendary fighter. Never heard of Elwood apart from being a bodybuilder. He did well. He did win the Mr. Olympia fight, Mr. Universe 5 times. Good on you. But now you've got pretending that you've got that daft cunt saying you've had a fight with me in the street and you were beating me, you were better than me out. That's what he's put up today. I don't know if you know that. Make you look a fucking fool. You never had a fight with me. I've never seen you. You never see me, you said in one day. I'll give you the thing, but I think you did see me. You walked past me, and I was with Bob Raw in the middle of the town centre. You walked past me, and he said, "Who do you think that was?" I went, "I don't remember the balls." Anyway, that was Eddie Elvin. I went, "Fuck off." It was about 12 years ago. So I went, "Fucking hell, he's lost his fucking ears. He's fucked with all the steroids. His kidney and everything fucked with the liver and everything's fucked with steroids. He's fucked himself." So next minute, Liam come on. Liam was the ABA champion, heavyweight champion of Great Britain. ABA champion. You thought you were the dog's bollocks because you were a big steroid. Well, look at me, I've won the universe. Them muscles mean nothing. They mean nothing. So Liam come here. It was near the train station. It was underneath this side. The train station's there. It was this side. So it was further up. I can't remember the club. But he stood there and he went, "Yeah, I'm coming into the dog." And oh, you were scared of Liam because Liam, I thought he was 28 down 24. He was actually 21-year-old kid. Lovely lad, lovely. He's fucking class. Top boy in the area. Top without a doubt. So Liam went to fight you. What did you do? You phoned the police again, Eddie. You had about 7 night dogging with you. Liam was on his own 21-year-old kid jumping about. Come on then, come round the back, come on, big man, shouting at you. Wouldn't come round the back. It was him and one traveller, Pop stood near him just to make sure it was there. Even Stevens. None of your doorman dared move up the door. You didn't dare move. Next minute, police comes in, puts Liam in the back of the car. You arrested Liam, threatening the doorman, offering him out for fights, dual arm and distress everyone. You got charged. So then you got him put in a cell. But what you did is you got a thing called Pub Watch. You got him barred out. It's in the Northern Echo newspaper. You'll be able to see it. You got him barred out of 12 pubs and 12 clubs in the Middlesbrough area, and he couldn't go into Middlesbrough. And you every time you seen him, you kept phoning the police and videoing him on. They've got like little camcorders now, and the video fights. That's what they do. And you never ever, on my fucking brother's grave, my dad who died at Christmas's grave, you never had a fight with me. You never offered me out. You never come to my door, and you fucking never offered the Great Lee Duffy out and beat him in a fight and took him out of the club and put him out of the club. You fucking liar. I spoke to hundreds of people and not one person kept killing. All of them have said the same. He said the same. Barry Faulkner never fucking heard it. What a load of shit. Absolute shit. If that happened with Lee Duffy, it would have been the same thing that happened with me. It was everywhere when we was talking about it. Somebody had done that to Lee Duffy and grabbed him, battered him and threw him out before. It'd be everywhere. It'd be wildfire. It never happened. It's all in your head being created out of Doyle's. Doyle's putting this fucking shit in your head and trying to make you look something, but you're looking a fucking idiot every day. You're looking thicker and thicker and stupider. He's all about making another statement again on me today. So you never had a fight with me. You never said to anyone. Yeah, there was. They were going across the. They were in. I can't remember. It was. I can't remember. It was in the town centre. Steve Mack was going across the road with him. Van with a 9mm, not a Brown. It was a German Luger, and he said something, to Steve or something, and then bam, bam, well, yeah, you wouldn't even make it across that road. Your dad couldn't have pulled the gun out, and you shit your fucking pants again, Elwood. You shit yourself. You're not a gangster. You're not a fighter. You're a bodybuilder. Why don't you stick to being a bodybuilder? Because you can't fight. You've never had a fight, and you never ever offered Eddie Buick out. Everyone in Sunderland know Eddie Buick. He was one of the greatest fighters that's ever been. What's the money? Because Eddie's nearly 70 now. Brian Cockler's injured now. Lee Duffy's dead now. But why didn't you mention all these stories and all the other stuff? Why have you only mentioned these now? It's only because you've got the snivelling little bendy boy. You know he's a bendy buddy, don't you? You know he's a fucking ginger beer, don't you? You know he's a 100% ginger beer. 100%, 200 million% he's a ginger beer. So there's who you're hanging around with. They're all laughing at you. They're all saying what's going on. There's EBUM and they're all laughing at you. Why don't you get a fucking decent person to do your book instead of a snivelling rat? Ask Rich Dorsley what he done with his 4 books. Ask fucking Teddy Dicko with his 2 books. I never got paid. Teddy Dicko never got paid. Jackie Joseph Ted, legendary fucking lovely man. Yeah, he does look like a misfit, mate. You're right, Briarwood, right Eddie Elwood, or the Misfits. Very great money. Cast TV, time, Paddy, Emma, Brian, sick to your videos. Help back for heart failure, pal. Sick to your gym videos. Back me back. Yeah. General Brian had major backs. Yeah, I can't fight anyone at the moment. Can't fight anyone anyway. I've got fucking 7 titanium. I've got 7 fucking vertebrae being done on my neck while we calcified bone. It took over a 7-hour operation to do it. I've got 2 titanium rods on each side of the fucking neck with nuts and screws and bolts, and 2 of my vertebrae are reconstructed plastic what they put in the back of my neck. So
someone just said, right, Bellwood's the end, never been no one.
That's exactly it. Yeah, never had a fight with anyone. I can't remember ever having a fight apart from his best friend, and that was because he was shagging his best friend's wife, weren't you, Mr. Bellwood? So then what happened? 20 people were there seeing the fight. It was in Thornaby. This lad was a bit of a cage boxer, or kickboxer, sorry. And the lad said he just kept kicking Elwood's legs, and Elwood just kept falling back. He couldn't fight. He couldn't get a punch in. He couldn't go down. The lad was kicking the fucking legs off him, and Elwood went right forward, and they fell the both of them on the floor. They rolled on the floor that got broke up and shook hands. That's how pathetic you are. So one fight, you put little Shani. He was only 13 stone at the time. He'd probably destroy you now. And then you had the other one with the lad where you put him in the back of the van. Liam fucking offered you out in the street in Middlesbrough. You got the police on him. What they've done, they had a thing called pub watch. So what happened? It was a big, massive room, a bit like Freemasons. He's in them as well. He's in all them fucking Freemason shit as well. Another one. But what they do is they had a big, massive hall. It's like a civic centre. You know, when you got the civic centre, it's like that. But what it was created for was pub watch. So a lot of the travellers were getting in trouble. They put their face on there on a beer mat, and you'd phone the police, and the police would put them out. I never used to do that when I went to the door. I'd go up to someone and say, look, behave yourself tonight. You can come back tomorrow and be okay. I never did all that shit, bad people out, or you bad out. I might say, like, you go home tonight and come back tomorrow. I didn't before the police on. When I had fights with people, sometimes I've been stabbed. I've been hit with bars, with hammers, and all sorts in pub fights. You don't go to the police. You don't go to the police, Eddie. That's what you do. You go to the police. Give evidence in the dock. You're a fucking snitch. So you're in the right camp with that daft cunt. You look like Dumbledore off the fucking. Or do you remember? Look, Mr. Dion. You look like fucking what was he called? David, I think. No, David's off fucking Heartbeat. You look like him off David off Heartbeat. Green grasses, yeah, green grasses, mate. And yeah, and it was called not Coronation Street. It was called. We should be on the fucking Crossroads. All right, Mr. Dion. You're looking down like him, a fucking big divvy. You're that hat you've got. You look like something out the hills of eyes. You silly cunt. Go and get your hair dyed because it's going even grey. Get your hair dyed. And stop talking shite about having fights with people you never had fights with. Why are you only coming out with them now? Yeah. I was listening a lot of weights. Yeah, I was up there. You were watching. No, mate, I don't really watch it. I don't really bother, mate. Maureen's Shaw, evening. Hello. GC, hello there, mate. BG, Benny. Most brothers don't lift heavy. What it was, he was strong. He was quite strong. He was the world's strongest man, but he's one of them who's like walks stiff as a board. He's got no balance and movement and move like that. Another thing, I knocked his brother out. I knocked his not unconscious, but I knocked his brother. So what happened is they come down, we went the doors, and they came down. They got the doors off us through the police. The people who had the doors is called Jimmy and Gary Robb, through police informers from Sunderland. So they were doing the doors. And then I went the door. The first night I got there, only 26 people came in this club because I stood outside, no one would come in. So then he was inside the club, Ernie Buick. So I went to see Ernie the next week. It was the daytime, I think it was. I went to see Ernie Buick. He said, all right, Brian. He said, yeah, I'm getting this wage and this. I said, okay. So he said, I'm not coming down here to try and take doors, if you know like. He said, it's your area. He said, well, just get the wage. I said, well, we'll work together. So me and Ernie went together. There was only two of us. The Elwoods coming about 15, 20 doormen. Cowardly bastards. They always had people there, like coppers. So we worked that door. 1,500 to 3,000 people to come in on the weekend. Only one bit of carry on was one lad from Stockton was arguing with about 15 bodybuilders from Gateshead. I went over and stopped it. I didn't need gangs. I went over myself and stopped it. I didn't need bodybuilders, Mr. University. I didn't need people behind me. I do it myself. So I run them doors. You didn't have a clue. You knew nothing about rave clubs. Dumbledore. And Dumbledore came off, closed door, Game of Thrones, that big dorsey cunt. So Dumbledore has come down with his fucking Mr. What do you call it, Mr. Universe, and they've kept going from the door. Now what happened is the people who had it, Jimmy and Gary Robb, were pure snitches. I took 40 grand of the E off them allegedly, and they hated me. But what they've done is my friend Elvis Tomo was a pro boxer. He was a middleweight, cruiserweight or middleweight, I think it was cruiserweight. So he was going to pick me up, and his car broke down. So he got to the nightclub up in Sunderland, the After Dark, that was what it was called. And it was about 5 o'clock, and it was like summer nights. So he said, oh, I can't get to Brian. I'm supposed to go and see Brian. He said, anyone lend me a car? And he said, I'm not going down later. So they said, oh, you can have my car. I've just got this car, the brand new car. This was off the Jimmy and Gary Robb. So I don't need to give him the keys. So he jumps in the car, drives the car down the road about a couple of 100 yards. Instead of the cop looking all the way in the boat under the tyres and under the back of the car and all that, they went straight to the back of the seat and found 200 ecstasy. Jimmy and Gary Robb's favourite party piece used to do it. But when they got the ecstasy, when it went to court, the ecstasy were called ketamine. They weren't illegal. They were for dog tranquilizers and horses. Yeah.
Mr. Dynamatic. I can't say the word. Mr. Dynamatic. He said he was in hospital a few weeks ago, and the lad next to me was telling me about his jail days in Durham. When Sykes was in there, and he confirmed what Brian said.
Yeah.
On the matter was true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Dynamatic.
Thank you, Dynamatic. So autistic. Thank you very much, brother. So getting back to the door. So we had the door box off. Me and Ernie Buick. All the people used to come. Terry, or everyone used to come to town because it was a proper rave club. We built it up. I got it up from what it was. The first week they come, there was only 26 people. The second week was the bank holiday. It was like the Monday, the Friday, the Saturday, the Sunday, and the Monday. The rave was open. I think we took over 40 odd grand that weekend. Over that weekend, people were staying on like 52-seater buses. I had it chocker because the people I was in with and stuff, the Liverpool people, where I used to go for fights and people, travels and stuff. I knew them all. So they all came. The place was booming. It was the main place in Teesside. We also had the Berlin's Club, Birch's Club. We had the Grangetown Rave. We had another one in Red Car was the Powerhouse. We had all the little raves boxed off. I had all the ecstasy. I had the ecstasy from Bridlington all the way up to Sunderland. That's how big I was, an empire I was. These mugs couldn't do nothing. So what happened is we went in, we found out that they were going to put a gun in my car. So there's a big fat lad, about 40 stone, 35 stone, 40 stone. And he was on telly talking, yes, I've opened the nightclub in Norton Road in Stockton. I'm the owner, he said, but he wasn't, he was fronting for them. He said, I've got the management license. He was like, you've got to be squeaky clean, your license. He said, we're opening for a rave club, blah, 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 blah. But then he found out, one of my mates, Spud and Smalley was in there, and they heard him say, what we'll do, we'll just put a gun in Cockrell's car. But Cockrell was too fucking smart for them, because Cockrell had Jacko sitting in the car every night, paying him. I didn't pay, and I always used to pay people to do that, because I know it's happened to lots of people with the cops. We've got a special machine where you go like that, beep, beep, they can sit around the corner with theirs. It picks up the frequency of your car. They can come back around and beep your car, open it up, put something in it, and just shut it. And then you go, the car was locked. Well, no one else could have got in your car if it was locked. And that's what they do. They've got a special fob that does it. So long story short, they couldn't do it because they had somebody in it. But the guy right there had one driving the car, and he had one was walking about because he used to have money out there hidden in the corner. And we had all the E's put away in parts of the club. So somebody was out there, we're keeping an eye on the E. We had many girls selling allegedly. So what happened is we decided to take it off them. So we went in and we said, right, do you want the good news, the bad news? These were like Dorman from Sunderland. We won the club. The bad news is, the good news is, you've got 5 minutes to leave. So anyway, QFX were on that night, Scottish band. And there was a young kid with them. There was a girl, black hair, and there was a lad. And he said, all right, big man. I said, oh, Glaswegian. You know, he went, yes. I said, I'm just from Coatbridge. He went, all right. He said, it was either 10 grand or 12 grand. I'm not sure what it was. So I went home to a place, I had 5 or 6 different places where he had money put away and stuff, not family houses, places where he owned, and didn't own, I rented. So I went home, got the money, come back with it. I said, there's the money. All the sang us 2 songs, but we ended up charging, I think we made something like 16, 17, 18 grand that night. So what we done, we paid all the people. We thought, we'll keep this going now. But what we didn't know is Tones, he actually owned the club, a lad called Tones. If we went to see him, we'd have been all right. So what he done is Tones, because he never got paid, they got the doors welded shut with the cops. The cops went and welded the doors shut with their fucking D's. So we couldn't do nothing. So anyway, they opened it back up. They got the Elwoods to go in. So then Eddie said, well, I'll go and see them, have a word with them. Not to be nasty, just go and see what's going on. So he went up there like cap in hand, very, very respectful. He said, look, he started sitting them. They were in the gym, the trainer, he was pushing 2 plates behind his head, Eddie Elwood. And then he said, oh, well, I had a good word with him. He said, the dad was lovely. He said, they said, look, we're going to have to get the door, and you sat in the other. And the dad said, so Eddie told the story about putting the ecstasy in the car. And his dad said, listen, I think he said to his son, I think Eddie, you need to listen to Brian and Eddie. They sound like they're telling the truth. And a few other people had told them, so they were more interested in the money, daft cunts. So they got the club. So we were going to take it back off them. So they said, will we get the club? So they were going in on the Saturday night. So we said, right, we'll come down. But Eddie trained in the gym. You get them in loads of gyms where coppers training. They've known them for years, like fucking from school or cousins and shit. And he was an ex-armed response cop. He said, just a tip off for you and Brian, because he trained in the gym for him for 20 years. He knew. He said, there's an operation on Brian. They've got a massive squad, armed response from out the area, and they've got undercover police officers all over. There's a place called the Rose Garden it's called, and all them flats have got cameras in watching you, and they're going to have Azusa troopers on the front, and they're going to have coppers inside the cameras, button called cameras. They were after me big stacks. I was running everything. So they came. So we went down to go in and went, fucking hell. So we had to drive by. We drove by the Elwood and never in the club. All these dogs in the club. Uzi trooper, armed response sat there. And Uzi trooper the other side, armed response sat there. They were opening the door, letting people in, letting them in and out. So there was 3 shootings there. These shootings took place about before they came after the door. The doors got shot with 2 shotguns. And a handgun got dispersed into the door. 6 bullets got put in it, I got told. So the cops were wanting me away. They did anything to get me away. So what the cops done, there's an operation, I've got it, it's in the paper. It says, this wasn't when they went for me, but they had the same ones in. So they had Elwood had Dorman dressed up, CID dressed up as Dorman, walking about with microphones and cameras on, and they were going in. But we sussed them out. We knew what they're up to. So what happened is, me and Eddie said, we can't do fuck all. There's coppers everywhere, there's cameras everywhere. We're going to get fucking life off here. I said, just leave it. It's not worth it. So I got arrested for the 2 shootings at the club. They said they seen me in the car. It was all fucking lies. I went to court. I have to be in every night at 6 o'clock at my own house, which was in Ingleby, which is here, which is not this house, another house. I had to every night. I had to show myself at the window because it was firearm offence. I was took to court by 2 sets of armed response at the front and 2 at the back. So it was like 4 armed response in the courtroom. And he went to court. I won the court case. I was nowhere near. I wasn't even fucking in the vicinity. It was somebody else done the shooting on the behalf of me. They said that this is what the cops were saying, but they couldn't prove who I did. I did get it done. They couldn't prove I couldn't do it. So I got nicked for them, but they couldn't prove nothing. So I went to the magistrate. So what happened? I was on bail for about 10, 11 weeks. So little did I know, Elwood's brother was going in the club. He daren't come and fight us. I'm not scared of him. I'll fight him anywhere. And Elwood was shouting his mouth off, all this fucking shite in the club, telling people this, that, the other. Daren't come down. No, you had coppers in there, you dirty bastard. You're trying to set us up. So if we went in, we were going to get nicked. So what happened is, it was Debo was out. There was, I don't know if Richie was there. Steve and the Lancaster lads were there from Hartlepool. I think Vulture was there and a few others. So he came in there, the old brother, Mr. Universe again, another one. Walking, he's got 2 fucking carpets under his arm, like that cunt. I said, they'll call you. And I didn't know him, saying, my mate said, that's Carl Elwood, that's the Elwood's brother. And he had 12 doormen with him. There was, some of them were 6'4", some were 6'2", big lads. But you could tell the bodybuilders all looked like they were a dildo up their ass, all of them. They all wanted that. Like the fucking pathetic. They can't move. This is fuck stiff board, and they're full of steroids. So when they throw about 6 or 7 punches, they've got no stamina left. They've got no fitness. So anyway, brother went, no, they don't call me Cal, mate. They call me Timmy. I'm from Billingham. He denied his own fucking name. That's how shit houses the fucking Elwoods are. He shit himself. I went boom right on the fucking chin, went straight into the bar where all the people were there. Fell in all the people. First thing he done, he went run like fuck through the club. And his doorman, they ran fast. So the door was at the end. Seeing them as Robbie was at the door, I caught him in the doorway. I was going bang, bang down to the body stairs, like that, bang, bang, bang. He's going screaming. Never even threw a punch back. Didn't even try to fight because he couldn't fight. He wasn't a fight. It's a bodybuilder. Never to fight in his life. So what happened is, I opened the door. They opened the door for him. The two Lancaster lads. I went, go on. And I booked him up the fucking ass. Anyway, I thought he's going to fight me now. He'll come and fight me now because I battered his brother. What did you do, Eddie? I think you went to America, didn't you, Eddie, for about 6 weeks on an airplane. You came back after it. You either went away or you were already away, I'm not sure. You came back and you went, oh, I'm not getting involved in this. Oh, Cal shouldn't have went in there. Oh, Cal shouldn't have went in there. He's opened the can of worms here. He said, I'm not getting involved. He's out of order, oh, Cal. If that had been somebody, my brother, I'd have went foolish. I'd have done them in. You did nothing. Now you're doing this now because you look like a daft cunt all them years ago, but you look like even a bigger divvy now because everyone knows Lee Duffy never got put up the care put by you. Pudding. Big pudding you are. You can't fight. You're divvy. Tell me one person. Come on. Tell me one big name. Oi, oi. General Samuel, blah, Trevor. Oi, oi, chat. Yes. Hold on. That's him. That's a big dozy cunt. Hold on. See my fucking Game of Thrones. He's like him. So he's got this big white face, like a big, like white, like he's a Viking or something. He's a fucking dink. A big, massive coat on to make him look big because he's fat as a pig. I'm going down to fucking muscle himself fat. And he left his gym open. He said, oh, I know he's a grass. So what happened is, when they went to this thing with Liam, going back to Liam.
Yeah, right, hold on. Here he is, the man of the moment. Right, hold on.
Make sure you don't have Duncan blasting next. I can't concentrate.
Hold on, Paddy.
Hold your horses, Conroy. Hold your horses.
Hey
I've been here fucking 20 minutes. Never mind hold your fucking horses.
I didn't know you were there. You've been there listening to me talking. Go on then. Right.
Can you see it?
Conroy?
I don't know, right?
Yeah.
I've got the rat catchers in the, oh, what's going on here? Right, I've got the rat catchers in the neat.
Right.
So if you hear any guns going off in the background, they're just shooting rats. I'm fucking calling all orders at the minute.
Right.
I'm just listening to you there. Where you fell out well the Elwood.
No, that idiot's doing a book with him, but he's trying to make a lot of stories up that he had a fight with any Buick. He never had a fight with any Buick. He never had a fight with
right.
He never had a fight with Lee Duffy.
So tinfoil's writing his book, is he?
Yeah, and he's saying that Lee Duffy was in the club and Eddie Elwood went in and threw him out and gave him a good hiding. Then he went and beat Eddie Buick up, and then he come in to fight me and was taking my arm in a fight. What a load of garbage! None of them happened.
Tinfoil's writing the book, is he?
Yeah, so he's writing the book obviously to get me back, that Dorsey back.
Yeah.
He's falling into his trap like everyone else, and he's letting them like he's done with everyone else. So absolute pathetic. I mean, you know yourself, Eddie Buick would have backed out of him in a million fucking years. Neither would Lee Duffy, neither would I. What a load of garbage.
I never heard of any trouble where the Elwood back in them days with any of you, to be honest.
Patrick. Thank you very much. I've never heard of him have a fight, apart from when Liam Hartley went to fight him in 2007. Lee was only 21, offered him out. And what they've done, he's
never really been a hard man or a fighting man, Eddie, has he? He's just been like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, good bodybuilder, don't get me wrong, yeah. But I've never heard him have a fight. I remember he had a fight with a lad called Tony Robbo. You might know him from Hartlepool, boxer, Dave Garside's mate. And what it was, they were at 42nd Street, and Tony Garside wasn't there, but a few other kids were there, and they had a fight. But LDL was too big for him, but the lad went bang, 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 hit him 3 times, knocked his teeth out. So Eddie went, open the door, open the door. So he picked the lad up, and they opened the police doors. They put the fucking lad in the police van and made a statement and got the lad arrested and put the cop. So he's his own police informant, fucking snitch. He was working with them two, fucking Jimmy and Gary Robin, to set me up for the shootings in the fucking Coliseum. He was working with them two, and they were trying to get me to go in the club with Eddie, but we never went in because we seen there was 2 big Azuzi troopers on the front. Remember the big Azuzi troopers? And the cops were away with guns with us, so we never went in, left it and walked away.
Did they not fuck off and leave the country on the run, them two?
That's right. Well, he went away, you're right. So what happened? They tried to get us, and they had pin cameras on them, pinhole cameras, and they were going in, but the cops turned it. Instead of coming for me, I got nicked in 94, I went to jail. 94, 95, I went to jail. And then who
was this intelligence, undercover intelligence?
Yeah, there was when they got raided in 96, when they got kicked out, there was 200 police officers, 20 CID undercover police officers with cameras on inside the club. Jimmy Robb got away, I think it was, and Gary Robb got nicked. Jimmy Robb went on a run for 12 years, and he gave his mum £1 million to come back, and he got caught at the airport. I think it was Turkey. He got caught, and he tried to fight the expedition order. He got brought back, and he got 12 years for it.
That's right. I remember he got brought back. He got extradited.
His poor mother was
Cyprus, I think he was it.
He was in northern Cyprus, you're right, and then he'd come across the border
to
Turkey, and he tried to get through, and they caught him in Turkey, and they kept him there for so many months. They got the expedition order back to him. He got 12 years, and he got a £1.5 million fine for extortion for the night of the club. He was letting in like 10, 11 and 12 kids were getting in the club. When me and Ernie had it, it was kids over like 18 was getting in. Just fucking ridiculous. So the people in the area, Elwood them couldn't control the kids. The kids were smashing cars, they were fucking urinating in the streets and everything. When I went to the door with Ernie, there was me and Ernie, there was 1,500 people in the club. We didn't need anyone because we knew everyone from the area, you see. Eddie's one of them who used to have like 20 dogs with him. And then what he does is he has the police outside, you know them posh places where me and you worked in the rough places where you have a proper fucking fight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's all nowadays, all of them work with the council and the police of Dorman. They've all got radios, man, direct.
That's what they do. So Eddie Elwood's Dorman, Liam went to have a fight. Liam was like the ABA champion of England then, he was 21. He went down to have a fight with him. And they wouldn't come out, so they phoned the police, got Liam locked up. And he's one of the Freemasons in them. So he sat with these pub watch people where there's a councillor, there's a policeman, there's a fucking fire brigade, there's loads of them all sat around a big round table, and they decide what they're going to do. So they give evidence for them little cameras they've got where they put it on the wall. You can see them fighting in the club. You can see Liam shouting at them. So Liam was barred out of Teesside out of 12 pubs and 12 clubs for 4 or 5 years. He couldn't come back to the town. His dorm were too scared to come out. So they got him barred out of the town. He was only 21. But this is what I'm saying about Elwood. I've never heard him have a fight with any man. Next year they'll beat you or fucking Viv Graham, someone like that. Every man he's fucking dog he's beat.
I've never heard of him having a fight with anybody.
Never in my life. Thank you very much.
But he's not a fighter, is he? He's a bodybuilder.
No. Bodybuilder.
And he's a doorman and he's a head doorman, I think, these days. Runs his own security company.
He had his own security for a while. I don't know what's happened with that, but his best friend fell out with him because he was messed about with his wife. So his mate had a fight with him. And he was fighting, and the lad was kicking the legs off him because the lad was a kickboxer. And then the Elwood went down, and the lad had them on the floor, and he got broke up. And they were both out of breath in about 30 seconds. You know, bodybuilders, they've got that much muscle on that they can't fucking move. They're stiff as a board. they run out of steam that quick because they're full of water. But he never had no fights like we did nowadays, because we were fighting in rough pubs where you rolling down back alleys and everything, where Eddie would fight on a pub where there's 2 big cop cars sitting. So if there's any trouble, you got to break it up. The cops come in and break it up for you. He always worked at them type of clubs where there was all big shit, like lights shining out, so people could get seen, see who was there, type of thing. Where I worked in fucking clubs where there were back alleys and fucking middle of nowhere and fucking rough as fuck pubs.
Like me, where you've got to be rough as fuck and have a reputation before the day on the door.
Yeah.
Aye, that's right. Aye, that they needed people like us around in them days for certain places, didn't they? Otherwise, nobody could control them.
You had people like Speedy with us, people that little dangerous fuckers who done the job, so what they had to do for us in them days allegedly. But you needed them people like Speedy and people like that, because they're the fucking runners. You need little troops. He's fucking never been like Speedy. Well, he was a great kid, wasn't he? He was in with you, Paddy, wasn't he?
He was funny as fuck.
He was funny as fuck. He was game as fuck as well. He wasn't scared of no cunt. He was a really nice lad.
What about when remember his missus who had all the braids in her hair? Can you remember her?
Yeah.
She had him tied to the bed one day, and she must have had a little lash out or something. And Speedy's mates come to the front door. She had the dressing going on to cover her levers when she went out the door.
Yeah.
And Speedy tells us this tale. He says, she says, oh, he's in. Sent him in the room, all tied to the bed. Sent his mates in.
Well, he had a bit of a fight with him. He gave it a slap one day. Anyway, the cops come and search the house for firearms and shit. Me and him got nicked. I don't know how many times for firearms. So he never had the firearm, but she went, no woman's gone. She went, I'll show you what he's got. He took him upstairs, found 2 kilos of speed in the loft. He got 5 years for it. Poor cunt. She grassed him up. Women are cunts, aren't they?
Right, in the end.
Yeah.
I like Speedy, me.
Yeah, it was class. I know you did, because I used to come up see you in the prison when you were in there, Home House. So I used to come and see Speedy. So, he was a good lad. He was funny as fuck. He was really funny. Yeah.
Who's in the comments? Let's get a look. See who's in the comments. My crowd will be there.
Wise Wayne's in the comments, Carson. Yeah, I told you.
Where's Emma the night?
She's just
where's Emma? Does she sit in the background and do all the controlling?
Yeah, she do the controlling. We had 6,000 people fucking hidden in that thing that you said, and she's gone in, she's got them all back out. But we know what's happening.
Right, blocked.
We've had people like Humble's Bean Friend give him a spanner. We've had people like fucking Ginger fucking Nut, and we've had the other people infiltrating us all that time and pretend to be your fucking friend and being stabbing you in the back. I hate the low life cunts like that.
I've watched it happening to you. He's getting people next to you, then him and all they're getting next to you is to get you into trouble, Brian. They want you in trouble for some reason. I'll talk to you about that when I see you. Yeah, but that's the way I've worked it out. Somebody wants you in trouble for some reason. I thought it was because of what Burkett says to me. But obviously that's not true, so can it be for that, can it?
Cranked him. He's just a divvy. Yeah, he only came to my house once. Once he came to my house. I only seen him once. When I first seen him, he came to the pub once. We were at a pub. Came in a pub with Kev Kilty was there, and we were out for it. I was thinking it was somebody's do. And that was the only 2 times I've ever seen him. He's a fucking idiot. He's one of them that tells everything. He's one of them that tells everything he's done, what he's done. Can't fucking. Well, that proves to me he's a copper.
Aye, while he's tape recording you.
He's telling everything.
While he's fucking tape recording you. He's a proper fucking wrong'un.
What he's doing now when he's tape recording you, he's doing that, telling you to see what you'll see. Oh, I've done most of them jobs. I did this job and I did that job, and then you're on tape recording.
And if you find out that he's a rapist and you dump him, you've slinked him. And if you slink him, he then produces all the tape recordings. Yeah. So if you find out he's a rapist and drop him, he outs you with his tape recordings, whatever he's got saved on you. He's done it loads of them. He's proper fucking wrong in every way that could.
There's a couple of people in Newcastle going to be upset with them in the next few days. Nice view on Humphreys. Nice view. And the friends where he knocks around with, I'm not going to give it away. The friends where he knocks around with, they're going to be fucking fuming with him. So he's denied everything about them. I don't know them and all that shit. It shows you what they
I've noticed Humbles has proper went to town on Emma since you come on my channel. I've noticed. He's one bitter, twisted, fuck him, mine, Brian.
Dirty Donna, do your dancing.
Pardon?
Dirty Donna doing a dancing.
I don't. Oh, on the tables.
Yeah. Fucking hell. King of my
I didn't understand it.
I'm the king of the castle.
Oh, kebab flaps.
Fucking hell. Pretending she was a fuck. She said to Emma, if you see me dressed up as a policewoman, just ignore that. I'm an actress. Then she went, Emma, you come with me. I've got a pink handgun and I've got a pink hand grenade. We'll get on the plane and we'll go to America and have a weekend for the ladies. She's fucking round the bend.
Who was saying this kebab flaps? Emma.
She was telling us that they lived in a massive mansion and all this fucking shit. And he had loads of people on the boat that used to do fishing. He made thousands of pounds a week. His man had to sell the fucking, I think it was a bungalow or something he had. And he didn't get, there was certain people after him from up Durham way, apparently, allegedly. And he did a run out of the fucking place because they come after him. He shit himself for that big mouth he's got. He's only that big. He's only 5'2". Yeah.
Carol is saying she told Paddy the Doyles were wrong long before they met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Carol's on, Paddy. Carol, please, Carol.
Tell Carol I was asking after her.
Yeah, she's a good lass. She's a good lass. Yeah,
tell her thanks for blocking us.
Yeah.
No, she's been like to you. She's been as likely as out to you, Brian. Her.
She's been good to us. She come down when I was really poorly, put £100 with the meat on the front doorstep. Come back a couple of weeks later, but they've done it again. Me and Emma were in bad with the COVID. So you can't, people like that, you don't get many in their lifestyle.
That's right, that's right. See on YouTube, you get some good people amongst your followers, and if you, it's them that keep you going. If you get like a group of them, you know what I mean. You get like a good strong base around you. You do.
Yeah.
I've got a good strong base around me on mine. Mine on they're not tinfoil hat brigade, and they're not there for bitter and twisted stuff. Neither, you know what I mean? Because you get people who just want to follow that sort of stuff as well, don't they? Yeah, people getting ripped into, you know. Mine are generally normal people.
Well, Ginger supposed to be a nice lad. He was this, he was that. I seen him at the fucking the film. What the fuck film was that? It was a fucking joke. I was refereeing the fight. I was going, what the fuck am I in here? It was like a fucking scuffle at an old football match with a load of drunks. They were all jumping about like school kids. I thought, where the fuck's the director? They were shite. I've never seen or seen a worse film. They had 1998 plates in 1988 in the fucking film. Fucking hell. They had tracksuits from now instead of the old shell tracksuits that we used to have. They had the tracksuits from now in the 1980s.
What were the judge's wig? That's one of them fancy dress ones you wear for a joke. Yeah. They must have bought it off the internet without realising. Hey man, that was the worst film I've ever watched.
You know what? I'm not joking. I swear on Emma's life and on my dog's life. I've never even watched fucking 5 minutes of it. It's that bad. I've got told for the
I watched half of it.
I never watched any of it.
I watched half of it and I couldn't watch the other half. It was that bad. Fucking scandalous.
It was fucking it was like something about the fucking circus. Fucking hell.
I'm pleased, mate. I'm fucking pleased, mate, because I thought it was going to turn. When I watched the trailer, I thought, fucking hell, Humphries has made a good film. And then it come out. Fucking what a parcel of shit. Worse than fucking game.
I've been a film myself. I looked at the first bit, me doing the referee, I went, fuck that, fuck him. I said, couldn't you have got me out of that, Emma, getting me in there? You blamed Emma for it. Fucking terrible. I think everybody who got involved in the film thought that it was going to turn out all right, though. And then possibly it could lead on to things like that. But it just wasn't all right, though. The film was fucking shit. He said it was cost £100,000. I thought, what a monopoly money. Fucking £100,000 it cost. Fuck off, I said. Cost about 30 quid. £30 to make that film.
The 100 grand will have been what people invested in the film, and he'll have took it all in wages.
Well, he's supposed to give
Humphreys,
10 grand. He's give 10 grand. He won't get that back.
Ginger.
Yeah, he won't get it back. It was a great way to do a tax without getting in trouble. That
was Ginger's way of trying to get next to the Siazis, I reckon. Yeah, he was just trying to jockey sell next to them, but they haven't let him.
Nobody's crying. I'm so emotional.
I know, man. Hey, that's what nailed it for me.
Okay,
when I seen how far he was going just to get next to them, but they're on him. They haven't let him next to him. What he's doing is he's causing fucking shit all over the place, and he's been trying to get next to them. This is what they're trying to set you up, man. And then they get you involved in the shit that they're fucking causing. And I think he's trying to do the same with the Siazis, Ginger, but they've kept him like that. Yeah. They haven't, like, even though he's still caused loads of fucking shit, he's never managed to get them implicated in it with him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I think's going on with him.
I think there's a lot of them infiltrated people in there where they've been wrong years ago. They'll say, right, if you don't do this, I'm going to put this in the paper about you. I know you were a paedophile. I'm going to put this all over the papers where you live. But if you work for us, we'll let you off with this.
You see, that's with the villains. With villains and sex offenders, but see, with these people, like say Ginger and Humphreys and Furby, they're already Freemasons. They're already part of the establishment.
Like black thing is the coppers, the side of the cops, isn't it?
Furby got caught meeting the Metropolitan Special Operations Units. While Furby had Ginger carrying out all these acts against me and Davy Heslop and the Freemans, Furby was sort of handling them. Do you know what I mean? Like acting as a middleman between the fucking Met and him. But this is how the Masons work at intelligence. And they're just causing trouble everywhere, I see, instigating trouble between the Winter Hill Gang and any enemy. If there's any fucking enemy whatsoever, cause some shit between the Winter Hill Gang and them.
I've had loads
he's been part of it.
I've had loads today.
He's been fucking part of it.
I've had you coming on tonight, so I've had loads today. I've had about fucking 200 texts of shit. But I'm just going delete. I can't be asked even reading his half cunts.
Yeah, just ignore them, the comments.
Yeah, I just delete them.
I didn't even read them, mate. I just blanked them.
Yeah,
I didn't respond to them.
Yeah, just fucking none of them would dare knock on your fucking door. Not one of them. They're all fucking shit houses. Look what they did to you when you were away. You were there all them months. They've never done now. But when you went fucking got arrested, I think that was planned by the cops to get you nicked and me nicked, both at the same time, and both got infiltrated. So I think that was planned all along. That
we've got something
possibly
coming out over the next few weeks.
With what's going on in intelligence, quite possibly, I wouldn't rule it out.
But there's going to be some things that I'm going to get off my friend, and I'm going to get it for you, Paddy, and that's going to totally clear your name from their side.
Yeah, 100%,
right?
Paddy.
Because it's coming out of their own mouth.
Yeah, it's them grasping themselves
right?
up at each other.
Humphreys, I've got him actually saying that he grabbed the screenshot and it was like they ran with it, and I've got that on recording, and that's going to be given to you.
And he's denying something.
They did run with it. They shared it next year.
But the thing
all over social media.
They knew that was fucking lies and all that shit they told me and all that crap and everything. Sneaky conniving bastards doing that to someone. It's the worst thing you can call anyone.
He'll get his comeuppance. He'll get his fucking comeuppance. Where's he today? The little cunt. You got to remember as well. He's continued with that same campaign. Read up him and Humbles. 3 years ago, making videos saying I was talking to children inappropriately on Humbles' channel. This is when I knew Humbles and Humphreys were in cahoots when they were saying things like that against us.
That was then introduced that kebab thingy.
Then uploaded the Harry Fullard video. You watched the Harry Fullard video where he says me and Viv
talked about it last night, didn't I?
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Me and Viv raped him as a kid in the van. I've getting him to admit that he was telling lies since then. He's come on my show and he's admitted it.
Fucking terrible doing that, isn't it? What luck can you get?
But still, the point I'm getting at, he's still doing it. Even though he tries to stay in the background, he does to keep out of it, like legally. But he's still doing it. He's still fucking doing it.
You know what? It sounds. I mean, you might think I'm mental, but usually it's the ones who are fucking shouting it are the ones who are doing these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the fucking movies.
The ones who are shouting paedophile. Usually they're fucking talking about themselves to deflect the heat off themselves. Or the people who call people grasses. 9 times out of 10, the one who Duffy used to say, the one who shouts grass the most is usually the fucking police informer. And there's no fucking out. But
I've seen the fucking paperwork I've got on the window. Listen, you've seen the paperwork I've got on the Winter Hill gang, haven't you? Clive Hindle, the solicitor and Forrester letters was sent to me direct from his office.
Yeah.
Names Michael and Stephen as police agents for Nensis. And then their solicitor got involved. I've got all the letters between the both solicitors I have. Clive Hindle stands his ground in the letters. Says a fucking or, so as if you're fucking wrong. And then they just drop the whole matter in the next letter. Their solicitor does. When Clive challenges them to sue him.
Do that,
says a fucking or.
It's fucking just disgusting, isn't it? You know, people all know the truth now, which is great. I'm over the moon myself.
That's what's happening in the northeast. In the northeast, all the all over the northeast, because there's plenty out there, isn't there? They are all now aware of their Clive in the letters. I've had them all over the fucking place, man, Brian.
Yeah.
Making sure everybody knows what the fucking are.
Say, that's something like that, and you found out. Nobody forgets it. No one ever forgets what they've done, and they'll never ever be able to fucking.
And then
the head game.
And then the bad bit is when you now they've been working with the cops and their dad, and then they're accusing me of multiple murders. I've started in court myself at the Friday night's murder trial, where they're accusing me of different murders. But they're working with the cops while they're doing this, accusing me of these murders. You know what I mean? And that's the only reason I've spoken out about these murders, because of what come out in the Friday night murder trial, and these letters. And then when I has a fight with him in the Toon Centre over what was said in the Friday night murder trial when he got released, these cops all come to the police station to represent them against me instead of solicitors, and the fucking crime squad, Brian, the head of the crime squad, my arch enemies, in charge of these murders here, in charge of these very fucking murders, what they're blaming me for. These are the very same fucking crime squad who's fitted me up 9 fucking times. And here they are now, representing them, the Winter Hill gang as solicitors. Because they've just recently retired as from crime squad, running the show. Now they're private detectives representing the Winter Hill gang, like solicitors, in the interviews.
It's like him. Oh, we've got fucking Jamie Doyle. He sat there saying, I've just had my friend, the chief and constable of the murder squad round, say we're going to get cockerel for you. This is what he's saying on his live. And I've also had another police officer called Eugene Tate, who was in the crime squad, who's helping me liaison with the police now, from the past, to put cockerel away.
They're all working together. I think
it's all a big massive thing, I think.
Aye, but listen to them people before they listen to you, you know, Brian. You might have your say, but they'll rather listen to Jamie Tinfoil and what he's got to say about you, and they'd rather nick you if they can. That's the position. I've told you the other day on the phone, man, you just want to fucking drop a mood all together. All the fucking together before you do end up getting nicked or something, because that's what they're after you. That's what they're fucking after you. So just fucking drop a mood, man. Fuck them off. Get on with your channel. These new stuff. Everybody knows what he is. He's already got you on bail. And listen, man, they haven't chance it. For what for? For just because people on YouTube keep you at it as well and say that. No, you've got to do your own thing. And if I was dealing with Jamie Tinfoil, I would just fucking drop him, read it, fuck him off, Don't even mention him. But I know you can it. I know you can it because I've said this to you the other day. But that's what I would do. And I wouldn't even chance it. I would keep him out of me fucking life. Him and fucking his fat wife. Big fat Shirley, is it?
Cheeky cunt, Shirley.
Yeah, is she bigger than she?
He calls her Sherbo. He nicknamed her Sherbo. I said, fucking Sherman Tag. Fucking Sherbo. That way I went in. I went in, Paddy. This is funny.
How did you stressed out with him all the time, Brian? Are they arguing and fighting and keeping your blood pressure up on here? Yeah. Where before this shit with him, you used to be sat there chilled, talking. You know what I mean. You had different frame of mind. Nowadays, you're just always on the go, and it's all shit. It's all negative stuff with him, innit? And you didn't want that. You didn't even want that in your fucking life, man. You didn't.
It'd be great
just for fucking YouTube arguments.
Once a week until, like, I'll talk about the old days and stuff like that. You could jump on once a week, Paddy.
Well, he's only been on tonight. Look at already.
I'll jump on. It's not a problem. I'll jump on once a week.
All that stuff I've been telling about Eddie Elwood. I wouldn't lie about the lad, but I'm not being funny. He's not a fighter. He's never had a fight with anyone. Never had a fight with a plummy like the Dave Garside or a Viv Graham or a Paddy Conroy.
I've never known him ever fight with any cunt. He's not known in the northeast as any sort of hard man. He's known as a muscle man. Steroids, real at Mr. Universe. He's won the Mr. Universe title a few times.
What he was saying is,
but he's not known as a hard man. He's not.
He was saying Brian.
He probably is tough. Could not be the size, but he's not known as a hard man.
No.
Paddy, can you clear something up as well, because they were saying that Brian couldn't fight back in the day, and he only picked on the weak. Right? Was Brian able to fight back in the day?
I think everybody knows Brian when they say watch him on that video lifting them weights in the gym. I think everybody knows Brian was a fucking handful. Nobody says he wasn't a handful. You know what I mean?
Just Elwood saying it now with tinfoil, but then
Brian's on a different level altogether amongst fighting men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian's on a fighting men's concerned. Brian's on a whole different level. Eddie Elwood always has been. Eddie was never known as a hard man ever. No. Has he?
No.
Where? So
he's got no back. He's got no background.
I don't think he can fight, can he?
No. Well, he struggled with that lad. He wouldn't fight the other lad. The other lad hit him 3 times and he got up to the police. And like you said, they've got cameras now where the video, they have to do it as well by law. If they don't give the police the cameras where the people are fighting and make statements, they get sacked on the door.
Yeah, it's a different story.
It's a different story.
So what's he doing? He's writing a book. He's writing a book with Jamie Tinfoil, is he?
Jamie Tinfoil's doing the book on Eddie Elwood.
Listen, Jamie Tinfoil blows fucking smoke of every cunt horse that has out to do with him. They're the best in the world. Doesn't matter who he's writing a book for. They're the best in the world, and they're going to be a film made. And
Paul Bennett, he had him fucking hoodwinked for everything. He's going to get him fucking.
He hoodwinked every cunt.
Yeah, just a pure con merchant.
27
people have been ripped off, and you know what you think. You think, well, he won't rip me. He's only a divvy. Well, that's his trick. Because he's only a divvy, you'd think he'd never rip me, but that's what he does. Then he moves. He's moved about 14 times in the last, no, about 12 times in about 14 years. He's moved. He keeps moving from different villages all over the fucking northeast. And then he rips people off for drugs and stuff. Then he moves on again. That's all he does. That's all he's done all his life. His mum and dad won't. His mum won't let him in the house. His sister won't let him in the house. His brother won't let him in the house. None of them will let him in the house. He's bad out of all the houses. Where...
Questions, Andy Ali wants to ask a question.
Well, he's got you on police bail, Brian. He's got you on police bail. So he's got the upper hand on you at the minute. Always remember that. And they'll always listen to him before they listen to you, the police. They will. So I'm just saying, be careful. What you got to watch for is people getting next to you, causing trouble. And then you getting the blame for trouble. That's what you got to watch out for here. That's what's been going on last year. And if you just watch out for that, you'll be all right. But I wouldn't stress over the cunt, me.
No, I don't. No.
You do, though. You do.
Sometimes
You're always fucking stressing over him. That's right, man. You shouldn't even go in there with the cunt. Should relax and chill and get a different atmosphere again on your fucking podcasts. Get some guests on. Get some cannon apart from fucking tinfoil.
Yeah.
Because it takes over your fucking life, some of these cunts, doesn't it?
Carol's saying the Doyles tortured my family as we weren't speaking out. Eventually, I've had enough, spoke out publicly after 29 years of silence. That's Carol, Lee's Carol.
What she said, he asked her for stories, and she went, "No, I'm not giving any stories because we don't want the book written. It's upsetting his family, it's upsetting his mum, his dad, all his family." And he still went ahead with it. And his brother was dying, Laurie Duffy. He went, "Please don't do the book, Jamie, because I've only got a few months to live." And he passed away, sadly, but he begged him not to do the book, and he still did it. You do that with a dying man, you just say, "Yeah, no problem, I won't do the book." You just walk away from it, wouldn't you? Probably any decent person would have walked away, but not him. Just for money, that's all it's about. Him and Fat Shirley, it's all they after money.
He's a funny cunt, Lee, wasn't he? He had his wicked streak, didn't he?
Yeah.
He proper had a wicked where you did. He had a proper. What's going on? Wherever went. 2 secs.
Yeah.
Then I'm back. He had a proper wicked streak. Came at our fort.
What about?
He used to like the. Go on.
What about Sykes's ghost? What about Sykes? You know about him more than anyone because you were in all them jails. I wasn't in them jails, but you were in. You were in the hardcore jails. I was in like Durham.
I've heard all the stories about him. Yeah. The first person to tell me about Paul Sykes was Lee Duffy. I tell you that. I was coming back from a visit. You know, when they have a lockdown, when they quickly lock the wing down for whatever reasons. Yeah. So I was walking along D wing with a screw, coming back from a visit, gone to B wing, and I got dragged into an empty cell on the ones, and the screw just shut the door. I said, "What's going on?" Like he said, "Oh, it's a lockdown. Just be 2 minutes." And I said, "What's going on?" Like he said, "Oh, they're moving Paul Sykes. Well, he just been for a legal visit, and when they're moving them through the jail back then, he used to have a crew, like a 10-man unlock sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they used to lock the rest of the prison down just when they were moving them. So I didn't know who he was, me, at that point. I was my first time in jail, and I tell Duppy what they called him, because the school tell us that's Paul Sykes, blah 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 blah. As it happens, he was walking along D-wing while the fucking schools are running, and somebody come walking out the kitchen, and during the lockdown, somebody just came walking straight out the kitchen. They put the meat out on trays. As Sykes was walking past, and I reckon he just went whoom, grabbed a big handful of sliced meat and just started scrunning it in front of the screws. As the kid was walking past with a tray.
Yeah, with a tray.
But it was Duffy. It was Duffy who first told us about him that day. But obviously, since then, over the years, I've heard all the fucking stories about him. Fucking proper prison, fucking nonce. Picks on the weak and the meek, bullies them into sex. We just got to listen to his stories. Do you think when he had the page 3 girl on the backs of them prisoners, when he was shagging the horse, what do you think the prisoner was feeling like? With Big Sykesy riding a horse off him with a photo of a fucking. Do you think it was a loving relationship, or do you think it was
you were degrading?
No, the fuck you are.
Pure degraded and power hunting, because that's what they do, that rape, because they get power.
That's right, especially in prison, especially in fucking prison. That's where you find them all in that department. I find
raping the person, they get the buzz out of that more than anything. They get the thing goes up, the buzz on them, and he loves it. He's laughing at the kids the tinfoil one on the Jimmy O show, and he's talking about Sykes putting the page 3 girls, and I thought, you're not fucking right, yeah, Joe. Laughing, and he said, oh, he's having sex with a 13, 14-year-old, but they were having threesomes. I went, well, that's rape. He went, no, they didn't give consent, but he said they give consent, but it wasn't. I said, it's the same thing. I said, he's 31-year-old or 13, 14-year-old.
What you got to understand, Brian, is that Jamie Tinfoil speaks to Paul Sykes regularly, though.
He does, yeah.
So.
he said on the live, the ghost comes. He said, I was sat on the. I'll skip this part. I was sat on the live with him, and he went, obviously, you might not believe this, but he said, one day I was sat there with me and Shirley. Next minute, the bottle went like that, glass. Next minute, another glass went like that. He went, fucking hell. He went, what was that? Next minute, the typewriter started going like poltergeist. Then the bell started ringing. And what bell? He went, the bell, because he was a boxer. I went, well, where was the bell? He said, oh, I never had a bell, but I could hear it ringing. Oh, you're on the fucking twist. And he said, Paul Sykes' ghost tells me what to write on the typewriter. Okay, now, so he's talking to a ghost in the house because his sister come to stay for 2 weeks. She gave him
that's when I knew. That's when I knew for sure that Jimmy Boyle was definitely cuckoo. Yeah. When I heard him telling them same stories about talking to the ghost, the Paul Sykes. Fucking lunatic, man. The drugs just your fucking mind. Is he still on drugs? Is he?
Yeah, been on them since he was 12. He'd never get off them. Never get off them. He's been on them
I thought of late maybe he's cleaned himself up a bit.
No,
just of late.
What he does, he'll go off for a couple of days, and then he just back straight on him. He can't. He's been on them since he was a kid. He told me. Been on them things called subbies.
Aye. Heroin, like a heroin substitute.
He takes them, and he takes another one called diazepam. We call them down here charge sheets.
Louis.
You get caught, we get fucking 10 of them in it or something. You end up in the police cells because you don't know where you fucking come from.
Yeah, and you can't remember what you've done. That's right.
When we were on live, we did a live. There was 400 people at the do with him, and he fell asleep in front of 400 people like that. Asleep in 400 people in the Bishop Auckland do. So I had to get rid of him.
I've seen the video.
He came along. Was James English, not a bad lad, James English. He came in. All right, big man, who are you doing? No, I was the first person. Tinfoil got on them because all the other subjects weren't big enough. He said no. He said, I need somebody bigger than that. He said, I've got Brian Crockley. He went, the tax man. I'll come straight down. So he came down and he went, all right, there, big man. And the lad was coming in with the stuff. So he went, who's he? I went, that's Jamie. He went, the author. I went, fuck me, I didn't know he was a fucking pinhead. His eyes are pinty deaf, no proper Scottish accent. He said, we can't do the live with him. He's going to ruin it. I said, well, all I'll do, I'll pretend the dog's going to bite you. So I said, Jamie, can you look after Scrappy? Until I do a live with James. Anyway, James couldn't wait to get out. He said, fucking, he could have had a bit of respect, which is right, isn't it? You get yourself smartened up a bit, don't you, when you're going to be on a podcast. So anyway, he went, but yeah, that was the time. Then when he was on the Sean Atwood, he was the same. Then he was on the Jimmy O, he was the same. So everywhere we went, he was off his head. He just can't go out without it's called the crutch. He can't go out without a crutch. He has to have the dialysis or the gabapentin or whatever he takes. But he's obsessed with them. Once he gets on him, he starts thinking he's 10 men. He thinks he's Paul Sykes. Paul Sykes couldn't trust the word.
He said,
12 o'clock at night.
And if Sykesy tells Tinfoil he's not a nonce,
yeah.
I suppose we're just got to stand for it.
Yeah, we'll have to.
That's the only place he must be getting it from.
Okay, now. Tell him I'm not a nonce. I can hear him laughing. He's laughing on the YouTube.
Well, he talks to him. He's got to say he's not a nonce, otherwise he's got to admit he's talking to a fucking nonce.
Well, he said when his sister stayed.
No, Jamie Tinfoil, he admits he talks to Paul Sykes regularly.
Yeah.
So
when Paul Sykes' sister come, what they've done is, in the domain of the book's out for so long, because Paul Sykes was clever. He written a book in 1972, I think it was. He got the Kessler Award. He was really intelligent. So he only went in there because he fancied the school teacher. So you've got that book. That book was on the shelf for years. Because his sister was alive, she got that book to Jamie and Rob Brenton, and they got it for 200 quid off a dodgy solicitor. So he'd written that book. So Paul Sykes' book's been regurgitated by Tinfoil. He hasn't done anything different, just a couple of stories. So it's just the same book that was written in 1972, being rewritten. But his sister said when he was on the Jimmy O show, his sister went, "Oh, I can't put that in the book." So I asked him, I said, "What did she say?" He said, "Oh, when I was a kid, he used to come to my bedroom every night and abuse me." That was fucking Sykes to his own sister. Terrible.
He did have a. Sykes, he did have a life where somebody should have wrote his life story, I think, because he did have a very thingy life, didn't he? Well, because all us nice full fucking life, his prison life, his fucking everything he got up to. And he was a boxer.
You probably told the truth. You probably sell a lot more books and make a lot more money off and probably get a movie out of it. Yeah,
that's what he's trying to do, isn't he?
Yeah.
Get a movie with Sykes' books. I genuinely think it would make a Sykes' life story. I think it'd make a cracking fucking TV series or something. Because he has been a character, even though bad.
He says, "Is there anyone there? Not once for yes and twice for no." The ghost in the house. The ghost in the house. Then he said Lee Duffy was talking to him in the Blues. When he went past the Blues, he said Lee used to shout, "It's me, Lee from the grave. Keep writing books." And he's fucking touched, honest touched. But it's the drugs that, the drugs fucking fried his brain. He just loves me.
It's definitely the fucking drugs. I started believing what you're thinking when you're on the drugs, called psychosis, isn't it?
Yeah, psychosis, yeah, complete.
And he's getting himself wrapped up in Sykes' life.
That's the thing.
That much.
I can ask now. His solicitor said we can ask now for a psychological evaluation on him because he's talking to ghosts.
Yeah.
And she said you can also
ask for You're rich. Yeah, you can and then everyone in the courtroom now he's a lunatic straight away.
Yeah, and they also said, I said he's on drugs and I've got videos where he's going, "I smoke crack and weed." If you've got that live on his own thing, he said, "We've got this case finished. I'll get that kicked out straight away. That's all I need. Them 2 videos, one for the psychosis and one for he's on the drugs. The drugs straight away, the non-compass mentis, you can't give evidence."
Yeah, you're right. He does believe in through the drugs. He believes in whatever's going on in his fucking head, and that's where he's the ghost of Paul Sykes has come from. He might be writing his fucking story, and then all of a sudden the ghost's visiting him. Pardon?
Did he get a visiting pass?
No, but you see his fucking head's gone, man, with the drugs. So when you see where it's come from, he wouldn't make a good way at all. He would not with any credibility anyway.
No. Okay. He said I'm making more money now on my Paul Sykes books than Mike Tyson's making in his book. Was fucking pure psychotic again. Then he turned around and said, "Amazon has contacted me and said I'm the #1 Amazon seller. I'm outselling J.K. Rowling." For fuck's sake, he's worth about 650 million. He's fucking deranged. He's fucking Barbie. I just laugh my fucking head off at the things he comes out with. They're just fucking mental.
So did you wrote a book with him, Brian, as well, did you? Jamie Boyle.
I did a book with him, but I did the book. I never got to proofread it. When I proofread it, it was fucking shite. It was
the other one, yeah. Did you have to sell it yourself as well? Yeah. Or did he sell the copy? Did he sell it for you?
No, I had to sell it as well. So I got about 600 quid for that book and for the 2 documentaries and for another book I did. When I was doing the Lee Duffy book, I gave him 50,000 words about Lee, which Lee told me only me Lee knew about. I went, wow, this is going to be the biggest book ever in Teesside, which probably would have been. And then he started changing things in the book. So I said, I need to read this one this time because I never got to read the last one. And Rob Brenton sent me it. It was just all fucking shy about Lee Duffy doing this. And Lee was pinching out of pound shops in 1990. There was no pound shops in 1990. They were in fucking the best shops. Were in Western Superman 1993. And it was 2 gay lads who got them. They made 30 grand a shop. There was no shops in 1991 or 1990. I said, I'd look like a fucking idiot. And just making lies up about Lee. Said he got stabbed 7 times. He's got stabbed with the armpit. That's what killed him. So he's got a knife like that on the road, like a bowie knife, and a big chalk mark round it. Lee never died on the road. He died in the hospital and going to hospital in the taxi. So he's got all fucking wrong, and he's got a body on the floor. Lee wasn't on the road with a chalk marks around him. He went to the hospital, died in the hospital. And Mark was with him, my friend. Told me the full story about it. So he just fucking, his rags is a cuckoo. He wasn't around in 1991. He was at school.
Lee was causing too much. He was taking the winter hell gang in them blues clubs.
Yeah.
And he was causing too much, like fetching outsiders in on their manor. Do you know what I mean, Brian? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
So there was bad feel. That's what caused it all, I say.
Yeah.
Some of the winter hell gang members were with Lee that night. So some of my mates were there who were not going to run with the winter hell gang. Were there at that fight when Lee got killed. So, but I didn't have the main ones were there that night when he got killed. Yeah. But that's what caused the trouble. Lee taking the winter hell gang into Middlesbrough locals. You know what I mean? And as a force as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what Lee was probably doing anyway. Letting people know he has me gang.
Yeah.
Probably. But they weren't happy about the winter hell gang doing there. That's what was causing all the trouble.
Yeah.
At that time.
But they do that a lot. They did it with Viv. They did it with me. They get big flags.
Use and abuse.
Use you and fucking then when you get out it goes wrong, they don't fucking
do
nothing. They did fuck
use you and abuse you.
And then
that's everybody. That's every single person they ever come across. They've done that. So don't think you're alone there.
What they did to post Stewie Watson. Disgusting what they did to Stewie Watson.
The club that need you mean?
Yeah, cowardly fucking act, all them jumping on him and kicking up fuck on the floor. That's not a fighter. That's not fucking fighting. That's terrible. That.
They tell Viv, Joey Armstrong have been saying things that they wouldn't Viv up before they took him. Tell Viv loads of lies. So Viv was raging when he went in the club, wanting to batter him. Do you know what I mean? But that's it. That's a winter hell gang for you. But they're finished nowadays. In the North East, well and truly, they've been smashed to fucking bits.
Somebody said, Paddy's saying this and Paddy's saying that. But wait a minute, isn't there been 120 people statements being made against? Do you know all the people that are supposed to have done whatever? There's supposed to be 120 people arrested, apparently.
What's that? Our the attacks that's been going on.
Yeah, so who's been making the statements? They've got to be some of the perpetrators, can't make them. Only the victims.
They're just, I don't know what's going on. And I'm under 2 investigations now at the minute. So I'm careful what I say on the matter anyway. You can't even say out in fucking jest at the minute.
I said mine was all in jest. I was on my oral morph at the time. I was fucking laughing and joking. And I got my oral morph twice that day and my naproxen. So I took too many drugs and I was shouting ball and doing that thing, trying to draw views in like you do because it's entertainment. That's what you do. So that's my thing. It's just a brilliant answer. Fucking brilliant. It's the hardest charge in the world to prove attempted murder, to kill someone, because it's only the person who knows who would do it. It's the person who said it. So it's the hardest charge in the whole world to prove. She said. So I can't.
That's why I started to speak out about Viv's murder and that, because I've knew things for fucking years. I just kept my mouth shut. But once I knew they were definitely working for the cops and they were definitely blaming me. Who's that like?
Yeah. Anna's in.
Anna Conley?
Anna Conley's in, yeah.
Oh, and in the chat.
Yeah. That poor woman's gone through all that shit and everything, and then other scumbags trying to blame me for Viv and that. Just fucking horrible. They throw things in the well and wherever in the mix to try and get people all fighting against each other, and then they'll see what happens at the end of the mixture. That's what they're doing.
I think there's
trying to blame the murder and article. Some lad went missing there. Didn't even fucking know the lad.
You know that Starshine, Paddy?
I didn't know. I've heard about, but I didn't know personally.
Yeah, well, that's what they seem, when I've gone back on all the stuff, that's what they seem to be trying to connect Brian with constantly, that Hartlepool.
I've never even heard of the kid. And I was bang on the cracker.
Not been able to deal with that then, Brian, if he didn't know the kid.
No, I never knew, never even seen him, never met his sister talk to me. I felt sorry for her. I got my church leader to talk and prayed for her and everything. I said, listen, look, if I knew where your brother was, I would tell you. But I wouldn't tell the police, but I'd tell you so you could give him a Christian burial. But I don't know you. I don't know him, and I haven't been to Hartlepool for years. I've been thinking with Barry for 30 years, and I said I was on the crack bed 20 years on and off. I said never hardly went out of the house because I was paranoid to death on the gear. I said just changed my life around the last 5 years. I haven't took nothing. But if I could help you, don't know nothing. You can't give somebody you've got, Paddy. I could understand the desperate of her because she's lost a loved one, her brother, that was obviously killed her. But I think stumble and fucking air kebab.
Yeah.
I think them and fucking
putting things like that putting things like that in her fucking head.
You've got it in one. Yeah, they put it in her head because they don't know that lass, and I don't know that lass. So how she got this information? There's only that little fucking rat would put a type of poison in someone's head. The two ginger put together, trying to and fucking stumble. Two ginger beers.
See that little rat? See that little rat fucking stumble? That's what he's been sent in for. He had to cause as much fucking chew among certain people who the Metropolitan Police must be targeting. And that's what he's doing here. He's causing as much fucking shit everywhere he goes. Everywhere he fucking goes. He's got a license. He seems to have a license to do what he wants with whoever he fucking wants. He's abused some fucking women along fucking route.
Well, what about that one when he's saying, I'm going to get you fucking raped? I've never heard anyone. I thought he's fucked it. I mean, he's going to get jail for this. Another thing happened to him.
He's been questioned over threatening to rape people's kids.
I said yes to that cunt because he was saying he was going to rape my wife, going to kill the dogs. I said, you come to my fucking house with violence. I'll meet violence with violence, even if I have to fucking kill you on the doorstep. He hasn't come. It's 20 months ago. Nothing's happened. My hands aren't capable of fucking pulling any triggers. I've got no firearms. The cops have been. That's why I'm glad they came the other day as well. So they've been twice, searched the house. I've got no firearms. I've got no capability to do it. And I don't know where the fuck he is. How can he be in fear of his life when he's putting videos up every day, tinfoil, threatening me with Richie Horsley, Mick Sorby, this one, that one, that one, that. So we've got over 200 threats of different people he's supposed to have got to phone me up, which they haven't. But I can use that in court, as I said, as dual arm in distress.
If you get nicked, you can use it. Listen, man, you didn't want to have to be using things in court. You didn't want to be fucking nicked, do you?
No.
You want to just drop, I'm telling you, you want to fucking drop him out and fucking move on instead of fighting with a daft cunt. Because he's going to end up winning in the end and you're going to end up getting nicked.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're trying to do. Nobody's trying to nick tinfoil, yeah?
You're right, because he's just a little weasel, but he's one of them ones that gets under your skin, doesn't he, you little horrible cunt. But
he's not on bail if anything, is he? Is he on bail for harassing you in any way?
Is he fuck? They don't give a fuck about it.
No, and he never fucking will be.
He's another great one I've got, Paddy. You know about the law, and I know about the law. He's had 24 people arrested in the last 2 years, and every single one's had no further action from the CPS. So there's my proof again. All these people, they're all going to go to court for me if I need them. All of them to say he's had me nicked, he's had me nicked. I've been in now 7 times he's had me in, and 7 times I've had no further action. No, 5 times I've had no further action. So I won these 2 things. But the last time I went to the sergeant, you know, when you get like a decent sergeant in a police station, I've known him for years. He's always been right with us. Not one of them who fucking do favours for you, but one of them who's like proper genuine. And what's going on, sergeant? He said, Brian, they've got nothing on you. We've got now on the last 7 devices, nothing at all. He told us you were phoning them up. You've got, said he had videos of you threatening with a knife. There's nothing on any. They come to the computer haven't even been opened. They haven't been used until the phones haven't. There's nothing on them. And the new one he gave me is all encrypted. It's jumping all over. There's nothing on it. He said, so I'm not keeping in this police station long. I was out within about 4 hours. So he said, I'm letting you go. He said, I'm sick of his name up here with his name every day in this police station. Every day. Constantly phoning up, putting more statements in about people. It's deranged. It's the drugs.
Do you find now that the police station's all cameraed, every single part of it's cameraed, that all the policemen are very nice to you these days, do you find?
Yeah.
Oh, I sure do. Now that the place is cameraed the fuck.
Yeah, mate, because I
fucking wasn't like that back in the day, before the days of cameras, was it? Yeah. Once I got you behind them fucking doors.
I used to throw them on like fucking rag dolls, and I used to get one on the head rope, hold him down so the others can't hit you, because the others can only get 5 round you, or 6, and they can't get any more around after that. You should just pick them up and fucking throw them like rag dolls. I used to kick the van doors off the fucking hinges and come back out and say, how with it, you cunts. I never used to punch them, because I knew if you punched them, you go to jail. But I used to let them feel my strength, and they were fucking shit themselves. It worked, but you can't beat the cunts. They're the biggest gang in the world. It's impossible. You can't beat them.
That's sweet. Oh, I used to punch them.
No, I've been nicked. I've
been convicted 4 times. chin and coppers on different occasions.
I've got done for attempted murder on 2 police officers. I was driving down these woods, and you know, you get like a sunny day when the woods, the trees open, and then the sun comes in, and I come down and I nearly hit the police car. I was in a Cosworth. Anyway, I fucked off. Anyway, the next day, the people took me in for attempted murder. So when I went to court, I said to the judge, I said, Worship, did my vehicle strike the police officer's vehicle? And he went, the police officer, no, it didn't strike us. He was 20 feet away. Well, how can that be attempted murder if my vehicle never even struck the vehicle? Never mind, the officer kicked it out straight away. So you've got to use their fucking evidence, what they've got against them sometimes. You've got to reverse the but it's like tinfoil with me. He's saying, oh, Brian's got comedy gold he's put. Well, I'm going to use that comedy gold to say, well, if it's comedy gold, why is he fearing? Because he's put up comedy gold, but put up the threats. So that means he's not frightened. So I'll use that against them.
Just be careful, that's all I'm saying, because they're out to get you. They're not trying to get him, they're trying to get ye. They're watching ye, they've got you on bail. And they're just waiting for you to make one step out of fucking place and you're fucking nicked. So I'm just saying, watch yourself, that's all.
How's Dylan?
He's in Ackleton. He's with fucking Cumbria and Truth. He's with Cumbria and Truth at the minute.
Tell him to drop a line. I'll send him a thing in, a few quid.
Right, he's all about Dylan.
I was next door.
Yeah, I know.
When he was going, I was going. Yeah, give him loads of food and that when he was going. I was going. He was all right.
He put you on the phone to me. Remember, you got on the phone to me one day, didn't you? When he was on the phone.
He was down the gym with me. And I was leg pressing 850 kg. He went, fucking hell, Brian, that's ridiculous. And Bud Armstrong was there with me, and I got 15 reps with it, 850 kg. He was fucking shocked.
They've got him on they've got him on one of my P sentences where they can just hire you in without even charging you.
All right.
He's just come out. He's just finished 4 year where Mr. Humphreys just Dorman made statements against him and got him nicked. Didn't get charged. Just got dragged in and kept in for 4 years doing the Humphreys.
How long was the Humphreys on the door? 20 years? 18 years?
Fucking door. Something like that.
17, 18 years on the door and you never threw a punch. How the fuck can you work on the door without having a fight?
He admits on video the door community knew him as a scab for what he done with Jeff Capes that time.
Right.
When the busies were changing the licensing laws, Jeff Capes they got outside permit to take out the doors. He joined them. Humphreys joined them. First one to join with the licensing and with the Cockneys, with Jeff Capes and them. And all the rest of the doormen and the tune. The whole doorman community knew him as a scab and wouldn't have out to deal with him. Ever. The old school doorman community, all that. He admits this on one of the videos. He was known as a scab.
Fucking hell.
What a fucking scab, the cunt.
He doesn't have to get some fucking bullshit lies. He's got fucking saying one thing on, and he's got Glover on saying something, and another one saying something. He's putting the words in people's fucking mouth what to say because they're simple. Then people he's got like Glover, he can easily manipulate.
Did you see his house all painted up?
No, I've never seen it.
They're not right. Did you see the hearse, the football? Did you see his hearse on the football pitch?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Delivered straight to his little football club.
Is that what it was, a football club?
He was on this sort of little board. He was at one point. It's in his little area where he lives, Dunstan.
Right.
And Gateshead. But he had something to do with the club at one point. Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
He's been run out of St James's a couple of. He's been run out this club, the St James's a couple of times. Through the boxes, but so's John Henry been told fuck off, get out, cop as an orc, tell to his face, booted out the fucking football pitch and run all the businessmen.
My mum always says
it
always comes out in the wash paddy.
They've been chased through the last two boxing shows that went there with that Moore, the one that they trained as a boxer, who Humphreys was promoting, Moore or somebody.
Yeah.
The last two boxing shows, they got chased, the whole family were there, they got run in front of all the boxing community.
Well, so when Ernie had the doors there and they tried to go in then, and Ernie fucking chased them all out of Sunderland, they never went back. So when I was in doing the night with them, I said, oh, we could go and do over there. And he went, oh, we're not allowed in there. And he won't let us in. So he chased him out of Sunderland as well. They came in about 20 handed and he fucking chased them all out the nightclub. I think it was the After Dark or something like that, what it was called. Chased him out.
They've had that idea. They've had that ideas when now though, Brian, but that isn't art. Sometimes your day just comes to an end, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I think they only ruled. I think their day only lasted so long because they were a firm, you know, a family and a firm, and
yeah.
But they're finished nowadays. They're selling up. I've been told they just cannot sell quick enough. They're leaving the country. They want to. They've got no future here. Not with the locals, not with crime intelligence, with these murders. The biggest murder investigation in the history of the UK. What went on here? That we're all under investigation for. I am anyway.
Once it's out, and everyone knows what they are, people just make a wide berth for them. Don't they? Keep away from them. We all know what they are now. And that's what's happened with this.
That's what you're seeing on the northeast, man. Everybody's seen the Clive Hindle fucking letters. There's correspondence between one solicitor and their solicitor. This is solicitors writing, naming them, working for NENSIS, National Criminal Intelligence Service.
Yeah.
And I got the original letter sent to me by Clive Hindle himself when I was in prison, because I got involved with an argument going on with Joe Hunt and them. So all genuine solicitors' letters, these. But the name they went to Hillgang is the informer. Right, well, not all of them. Michael and Stephen, their names in the black and white. And when I first got nicked and went to jail, Bobby Stoker was nicked for shooting the old man in the head on the quayside.
I remember I got 94.
Was in the next cell, Bobby. It come out in the committal to know that he was working for the Metropolitan Police too.
They told me it was the police who shot him. They told me the police. They said to me when he got shot with that, he said it's the cops shot him. So they said they blamed the police for it.
Cops were with him when he got shot. His handlers were with him when he got shot. They just went for a walk.
Yeah, he said he was the police.
He pulled the gun on Bobby first. That's what Bobby told me.
Yeah, he's supposed to have had a gun.
I pulled the gun on Bobby. Bobby just pulled his little gun out. And he didn't mean to shoot him. It just went off in a struggle. Shot him in the mouth.
Shot him in the face, yeah.
In the mouth.
I think it was
only a 2-2.
93, I think it was.
It was a little 2-2 Dillinger.
Yeah. In the head or in the eye, fucking.
I hit him in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
That went through a couple of his teeth. But not the biggest gun in the world. Pardon?
No.
Terrible noise in it. This computer that I'm on keeps going off. I've got to keep touching the screen, because otherwise it keeps going off and closing down. What's that noise?
It's my feet tapping the floor.
Can you hear it? It's what?
My feet tapping the floor.
No, it's like somebody speaking.
No, that'll be Emma in the other room. Emma's got a computer on the other room. That'll be it. Yeah. What's going on?
It's fucking computer, I think.
Well, this is not my computer. This is Carol's. This one. They've took my computers again. The fuckers. Nine devices have got off me. Just
what day is it, dear Brian?
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it, guys?
Right. How long we've done? Have I done a new hour yet?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I've done a new hour, haven't I?
We've done over an hour.
Book me in for next weekend sometime. One night in the weekend, whatever's the best night. Not a Thursday though.
Yeah.
Because I day a Thursday night. I'm trying to make that my main night a Thursday night.
Yeah, I'll put one Thursday.
But any night, that'll do. Any night, any night you want for a live though, except the Thursday, right?
Okay.
I'll get back to you next week, right? Been lovely chatting to you. And Emma, Brian, there's something keep repeating this. I don't know what's going on, but
I don't know. I'm gonna fucking close.
You got something playing or something?
I'll just get out and have a look. Emma.
Right, I love yous and leave yous anyway.
Emma, I've got this computer. Emma, something with the computer, Paddy said it keeps clicking. Like it's echoing or something.
Let's have a look. This, because this isn't his usual computer, is it?
No.
Right. I think Paddy's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's gone. Just he said the computer was making like clicking noise. He's gone.
Actually, I just heard a clicking noise there. Did you?
No.
No, maybe he's
I
not
think
then.
it's the shoes, me. Remember shoes? I think I was looking
Yeah.
at my shoes. He maybe had my shoes.
Ah,
See
yeah,
that
I
there,
think
look?
it was your shoes,
I
yeah.
think it's the this moving me.
Yeah, I think it was Brian's
Yeah,
shoes.
well,
Oh, it was good tonight, wasn't it?
yeah. Not finished, have we?
No, you're still on it.
Talk to people, yeah. So there you are from the horse's mouth. Never told Paddy about fucking Elwood. He's only heard it tonight as his own line. Must have been listening on the way down. And he said the truth. Never known as a fighting man. There you are, Mr. Elwood. You just look like a dink now. Talking shite. You've never had a fight, Paddy said. I've said it. Kev Kilty said it. Bram said it. Lee Wortley, all the people down London have said it. All the people in Manchester, Birmingham. You look ready. Listen to me. Get away from him because he's ripped every cunt off and he's going to make you look even worse and worse. The longer you get with him, the longer you're going to look bad. I'm telling you now, doing you a favour as a Christian, get away from that fucking idiot and get somebody decent to do your book because he's a fucking trouble causer. That's Mick Sorby, that's Vulture, that's Richie Horsley, that's Steve fucking, that's what do you call him, fucking Paul Venice, all of them. He's conned every one of them. Paddy Maloney, everyone. He's ripped them all off. Terry Dixon. He's ripped every fucker off with the books. Every single book. 30 odd books he's done right across the country. And he's ripped them all off. He plays the game with you. And then he'll fucking move to another village somewhere else. Then he'll put you. He'll get you if you threaten him. Get you on bail like he's got me. That's what he does to every single fucking person. He's been doing it for 20 years. And that's what he does. He's a compulsive druggie. He can't stop taking them. He's admitted to me that he's on them every day. He just can't stop it. And then when you were not there, he's telling people like you had a fight with me today, and that you broke my arm nearly, and I was saying, please leave me alone. And he don't hit me, And that's how mental this cunt is. He get you fucking killed. He get you killed, the idiot. So we don't want to see anyone getting hurt, but that's what this fucker is. He's like, he's absolutely mentally deranged, talking to fucking ghosts, living in his house. Do you know how fucking stupid you're going to look with him? You're going to look mentally ill. He's talking to fucking Paul Sykes' ghost in the house. He's even admitted it. Paddy's seen it. If you go on tonight, everyone, go on the one that Paddy and me's watched. It's called the Jimmy O Show. It's GIMMYOSHOW. Jimmy O Show. Jamie Doyle talking about Paul Sykes. Watch that video. You make your own assumptions, and I'm telling you now, you'll come out that video and you'll be fucking barking your guts up what he says about children and stuff. It'll make you fucking ill. And then that'll put it to bed for good for everyone. They'll think Cockrell's delusional. Just watch that one video when he's laughing about 13, 14-year-olds getting gripped, where Sykes is coming into pubs, offering people out, bodybuilders especially who can't fight, put them on tables and saying, stand on the table while they're at a big Carberry Tobury do. And the mum's there, the dad, the granddad, the uncles, all the full family, maybe 20 members of family. And he's going, stand on the table and sing Hickory Dickory Dock, or sing Jack and Jill Went Up the Hill. And the lad's about 18 stone stood there crying his fucking eyes out. And the mum and dad and the granddads are all crying. That's that fucking animal Sykes we used to do. But I went with Paddy. Me, Paddy and Dave Gass, I went, I'll have a word with him because he ripped somebody off. And I went there and I went to have a fight with him. I went in the building. Paddy waited in the car. Dave was at the bar with me. And I walk out the table. So the table's like this. I'm Sykes here. There was a boy there, about 15-year-old, because you like little boys. So I come through here like that. The bar was over that way. Come past the bar. So, you Sykes. I never knew him, see. Big, massive moustache on him. So, you daft cunt. I said, where's that fucking such and such? He went, oh, I go with him and he'll show you where it is and all that. So we got the stuff what we wanted the first time. So the second time, that was 91 the first time, and 92 the second. I went with Dave Garside. Dave fought for the British heavyweight title. Me and Dave had a fight. Dave got the better in one fight. I got the better in the second fight. Then we ended up shaking hands. That daft cunt, Eddie Elwood never had a fight with anyone like that. Like and a legendary fight like Dave Garside, Lee Duffy, any of them type of people. Nowhere near Lenny Bjork, Viv Graham. Never ever had a fight with anyone. That's what Lee Walton said. He's never known for anything. He's known for bodybuilding, and that's what Paddy just said. I've never known him have a fight in my life. He never has had a fight. He's always had loads of guys around him. So now if you don't stop talking shite, you're going to look even thick, stupider, because the people are going to be on to you, going to say, well, Coral said it, he said it, he said it, he said it, he said it. You're going to look stupid. You need to, by the way, your wife's watching. Your wife told you before, I supposed to say something about you, and it was all fucking made up by your mate. And she told you to walk away, the lad, the liar. Brian hasn't said it, and you did. So listen to your wife, because he seems to have sense. But don't wish you any harm. Stop talking shite. You never had fights with me. You never offered me out ever in your life. Your mate Denny talked to me a few times, and Denny lived in the same streets. If you want a problem with me, why would you pay somebody £300 30 years ago to come and knock a man down in Gulby Barwick when you could have just phoned me? You could have got Big Brian Flaherty. We used to always Brian Flaherty, and it was usually Denny who got Brian to phone me. Or you never phoned me once, Eddie, on the phone. You never spoke to me. You got Brian to phone me, and you got fucking what was the one? Kev Kilty to phone me, or you got fucking what was the other one? Mickey Flanagan to phone me. Every time it was someone who knew me. You never come to my house, Eddie. You never ever come to my house. Why would you give somebody £300 30 years ago? He's talking about £2 now. So why would you say there's £2,000 go to Brian's door and offer him out and I'm round the corner for a fight? Load of shite. Why would you give £2 a lot of fucking money? Hell of a lot of money. Fucking hell. Top people fight for less than that. So you give somebody nearly, an hour in money now, it would be £2,000. Look, you don't even set, because you're not a gangster, you're not a fighter, you're not a villain. You're talking shite. When you're talking about people down London, saying you can tell he's lying the way he's talking. You can tell it as if you give somebody £300, you want to fight someone in a fight who beat your brother up and you didn't know about it. That shows you're not a fighter. You didn't want to fight me. You had all the opportunities in the world, but now you're shouting your mouth off because you've got that clown with you. And that clown just keeps making statements, grassing, making statements against people. Like he said to everyone that he hasn't made a statement. The statement's gone up tonight. You can see it all over YouTube. The statement's gone up where he's made statements against me. He's made multiple statements trying to get me locked up for the fucking something I haven't even done. Compulsive liar, compulsive thief, and just a pure wrong'un all the way through. You're a pure wrong'un. You're going to get Eddie to fight me, are you? You're going to get. He's already beat. Eddie beat you. Eddie beat you 1-1. He was snapping your arm and you were screaming like a little girl. No, that's your talking. I know it's you, you daft cunt. I know it's not I would do it. I know it's you. But that's how people get hurt and people getting fucking done in because the daft cunts like him causing trouble and shouting their mouth off. And the go back to it all ended with him. He did it with Vulture. He tried to get Vulture to have a go at me. He tried to get Richie Orsley to have a go at me. He tried to get Mick Sorby to have a go at me. It was him pretending to be in the admin, changing Richie's name to say something else and then sending it. And I'm thinking it's Richie Orsley. And then send another one from Mick Sorby from his because he was the admin of all the computers. Then he was threatening fucking Carol Edwards with Terry Dixon, pretending to be, I think it was, I can't remember what it was pretending to be Terry Dicko, and he was threatening Dale Brendan Hyde with me and Terry, saying we're going to his house to beat him up. He's a fucking wrong, and we've got videos of him where he's sent people to my house, burn the house down. We've got everything. Delusional. He's talking about a ghost living in his fucking house. Delusional. I said straight away. Even Paddy said, yeah, you'll get off with it straight away. He's delusional, and you can prove it by the videos. They'll just say, non-compass mentis case. Hold on, Judy, stay there. Everyone else out of the courtroom. I'm instructing you under such and such. But I don't think he'll even, my sister said, I'm a barrister friend, and his wife's a barrister, but it would be in America, but the equivalent to barristers over here. And they've said the same. He said it won't even make the CPS. We'll kick it out. And that's why I think the sergeant, remember, he said, Brian, we can't charge you with nothing. We haven't got nothing. All the stuff he told us about, you smashing the cars and all that, it's all made up. It's all in his head. It's all in that delusional head. I said, he said, yeah, he's delusional. He said, there's no fight. There's no you running down the street with a stick. There's no you running down the street with a metal bar. There's no you running down the street pouring petrol in his car. There's no you in the street with a knife threatening his son. There's no kid in the equation. There's no wife in the equation. Absolute fucking shite. So I've only said things on here, what he said, and I can back them up by showing the solicitors it. I've already done that. They've went, this case is not going nowhere. It's going nowhere. And the thing is, you have to be capable to carry out the actions you do. And if you say you're going to shoot someone, they beat me out. They found no firearms. They found no knives. They found no weapons. My hands can't hardly open. My hands fucked. How am I supposed to get out of fucking bed? I'm in bed 22 hours a day most days, sometimes 24 hours a day. And that cunt's torturing me every day with fucking shit. Going to rape my wife, going to burn the house down, going to get my dog murdered, going to get my brother, going to dig my dad up, who was buried at Christmas. Just vile what he does. Vile the fucking things he does. Paddy knows what he is. Just a fucking Roman. Well, you all in the chat. Trevor. Stick man, thank you very much. God bless you, mate, for the donation. New comments. I can't read the fucking comments. Man, with my eyes are fucking tight. I can't use this computer. I've got these at my computers. There are 9 computers. He said, I haven't made a statement. I haven't made a statement. Well, how the fuck are we on bail? And he was telling me, I've been on bail now since nearly 20 months for malicious communication. It's the least thing in the world you can get charged for. You're talking about a caution or a £50 fine or a fucking, like, behave yourself. Next time you'll get suspended sentence. You may get a 3 month suspended sentence, 6 months suspended sentence. You're not going to get nothing because it's the least thing they want to go to court for. The jails are full to the brim. They can't even put murderers in the jail. So why are they going to put somebody who's in a wheelchair every day of the week? Has to be pushed around, has to get washed off my wife, can't eat my own food, can't cook my own fucking food up or nothing. And these cunts want to fight me. You having a laugh? Why didn't you fight me 20 years ago or 10 years ago? Didn't want to fight me then, because you wouldn't have fucking lasted 10 seconds. I'd have destroyed you. Like Paddy said, you can see what Brian was, a total different level than anyone else in the Northeast. Total different level. And he knows his stuff. His brother was the top fighter in Newcastle. Paddy could fight. Proper bar, both brawling. And his brother, Mickey Conroy, was the best fighter in Newcastle for years. He had a fight with Viv Graham, and it was a big fight. But Mickey was full of ecstasy at the time. He got beat, but it was close. I think. But his brother was the top fighter. Conroy's got a massive firm in Newcastle, a real massive firm. When I used to go up years ago with them, there were always fucking, always a load of people there. People from all over the country would go to see them, and they were always doing work and stuff. They were always fucking at the top of the tree. And when I was there, it was mainly the Harrisons and fucking the Conroys. I'd never heard of the Cersei's. I'd only seen them twice. And they went. Their name wasn't ever mentioned because they all went to jail. They all kept getting jail, kept getting caught. But Paddy was on with the other family. It went on for years. A big, massive fucking war in the streets. Massive war. And he survived it. He's still here. He's fucking 64. See, I'm 60 fucking year old coming up. We're still here. We're old school. But I'm sorry, Eddie, but you can't let a dibby control your life. That's what he's doing with you. He has to do everything he has to say has to go his way. It's his way of the highway. And his wife borrowed my wife's phone and downloaded all the messages off her phone onto her phone. And then if you don't write this book for me about Lee Duffy, I'm going to put your argument all over the internet. What type of a business fucking person does that? Who writes books? What type of man does that? Get pictures of going to put Almighty Terry, sending his 85 and 87-year-old sisters, one in Canada and one in Australia, images of men with the bits and bobs out. Disgusting. Sending it to Emma, sending it to fucking Teddy Dicko, sending it to Carol Edwards, sending it to Dale Brendan Hyde, sending it to Simon Ambler, sending it to fucking any amount of people who send them to. Nothing ever happens to him because he's a copper's knack. I just have to look at that scruffy head of his. Absolute crank. Proper ginger beer. A real ginger beer. Why do you think he's down London every other month? Down Soho. What do you think's down Soho? Use your fucking brains. What do you think he's going down there for? What do you think he's going down Soho for? With all the fucking little ones jumping about. The big, he's the author. We'll get a book with him. He's in there drinking the drinks with them all. That's what he's down there for. He married her. She's 16 years older than him. Used there as a pawn to make him look like he's not one of them, if you know what I mean. A little ginger beer. Ginger beer. He's as ginger, old ginger beer. But we know what it means. But that's what he is. Me and Oscar Wilde, he said, have got the two same things in common. We're both like little boys and we're both authors. That's what he said when you watch that on there. So it's Jimmy O. Shaw, Jamie Doyle, talking to Paul Sykes. When you watch it, it'll give you the shock. But if you go to my community page, put in a community page, you'll see the courtroom letter from Featherstone, she's called, I think, Bernadette Feather something, where Sykes was arrested in Wakefield for 25 sexual offences, not all sexual offences, but threatened to kill an 8-year-old kid. So he was at Bob the Builder's, he used to live under a library, He'd come out of the library, go underneath the library, live there, come out, and he would come out and urinate on Bob the Builder's playground for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old kids. And he was frequently seen there urinating. You can read it in the paper, in the Wakefield paper. And when he went to court, he was charged for threatening it. One of the women took her daughter for the day there. She was going to go back. I think she took like an 8-year-old daughter there from the swings and that. He was screaming at her. So he came out of the bus stop where he was at, and he was peeing all over the Bob the Builder's on the floor. The kids were all playing, little 5, 6-year-old, 7-year-old kids, 8-year-old kid. So a young girl seen him with his penis out and started screaming, which she would, like a little girl. He said, "Fucking tell her to shut up or I'll fucking kill her." Threatened to kill an 8-year-old girl. Then he threatened another woman with the little girl when he urinated again. He used to come out and just piss all over. So he used to then go down the town, pinch drinks out of them special brew drinks. He'd have 2 of them. And then he'd go in the shop and take his thing out again and pee all over the bread. Where they'd made the bread about 6 o'clock in the morning, urinating in the bread. So what happened, all the people in Wakefield did a massive petition. He was the first person in Wakefield to be given an ASBO. They took him to court. She gave evidence and she said, "What do you plead?" He said, "I can't remember anything, but I plead guilty to the 25 offences." So he was given a 2-year order not to come back into the city, keep out of the city for 2 years. 20 minutes later, he was found down in the precinct, rolling about, mortal drunk. So the police officer arrested him. Said, "Listen, you're under arrest. I'm going to give you another chance. I'm going to put you outside the city perimeter." He walked back in. So they nicked him, took him to court the next day, and he got a 2-year custodial sentence because he couldn't keep away from the town. And that's him in there, threatening an 8-year-old child, threatening another woman with a kid, and spitting in people's faces. He'd go up and say, "Can you lend us £1?" What?
Yeah, they've got the manager of the Kirk right on.
Right.
And it says, the manager of the Kirk said everyone moved out of Lee's Way. He went and ordered a Coke and took a sip and walked back out and looked at the door, went up and down and said, "Bad am I?" Right, and then listen to this one. The manager of the Kirk on the phone said Lee walked in and he saw him and done now. Said he only came in that one time, and the manager then brought Bellwood in. Yeah.
There you are. So he never put him out. So he's brought him in after Lee's gone. Who lies again. So Lee was in the club, didn't out. They brought him along, and then 2 weeks later he died. So if 2 weeks later he died, how could he have been in the club? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he listen, if they were in there that one night and he went in that only one night, 2 weeks later he died. Yeah. That means Lee must have died 2 weeks later. He's telling the truth. So how was he in 2 weeks later if he died 2 weeks later? Bullshit. Yeah. So he's been caught out again. He's dormant. Something like he did with me. When I went in and went to do that. Like, would you believe it? Leave me. They did. They all just shit themselves from the door and they phoned the police. They always...
See, there's too many people still around and still alive.
No one forgets. Teddy Dickles said loads of shit.
That knew you and what you're about, Brian, and knew all about them lot. I mean, look at Kev Kilty, who's been messaging. Look at them all. You know what I mean?
Even the main man, Barry Faulkner. He's the biggest one. He made Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough the biggest place in Teesside with the clubs he brought in and all the top people. Barry was the first one. The pub watching everything. Barry started all that. He said no one put Lee Duffy out of a pub ever in Teesside and chased him. Absolute fucking nonsense, he said. And he's a multi-millionaire. Why would he lie? And the young Barry said the same. Barry said the same. Kev Kilty said the same. Duffy said the same. Duffy's wife said the same.
Yeah. It's Carol Slynn. Like, none of us have ever heard of it.
I've never, well, put it this way, like I said, when I had the fight with Lee, everyone talked about
what I think's, what I think's mad, and Carol's in the chat, like, she said she'd never heard of it or anything. What I think's mad is that everybody knows from back in the day what Brian was about. Everybody knows what Bellwood was about, right?
Bodybuilding, that was it.
That was it. He had no name for fighting or anything. And what I find crazy is the wait for Brian to have all the vertebrae in his neck taken out and replaced with plastic,
and lower back.
Right? And his lower back and his hand paralysed after the op and stuff like that. And then they come out shouting and screaming.
I'm on medication like this, fucking Oralmorph for the rest of my life.
And
tried up tramadol and fucking
he can't even get a knock or anything because he can't knock his head because he's got titanium.
What they said to me, they said, whatever you do, the last thing you need to do is if you have a fall and you bang your head, they could snap them vertebrae.
Yeah, and you'd be paralysed or dead.
And you'd be dead.
Life.
Could kill you. He said a fall could kill you.
Yeah. So I mean, and you've got all these like idiots
calling
calling Brian out and stuff like that. And this is what's probably because people that were saying like Paddy's right to stick on. So what goes on behind the scenes is that little ratbag who we're not going to mention. He tortures people behind the scenes like he did with Carolyn.
People's wives, killing people's dogs.
That's Lee Duffy's wife.
I'm going to bum your dog.
And then Brian, because he's never been a troll, he doesn't know how to deal with it, so he'll just say it as it is on here. And because he's only ever used to sort things out, as you know, one way, and nothing would have been said. Now he's bringing all these people forward, people from the past, people that he thinks are names but are nothing. And what they're forgetting, a lot of them, is like there's too many people that's still alive that were knew Brian and what he was about. It's not like a fiction story like one of his books.
We actually had 10 lads on the other day for Meston. Brian, Lee was scary, but you were fucking scary. You used to fucking put the shit up.
But it's like what
made him nice, didn't
yeah,
he?
but all this stuff about Bellwood and all that, and I think you never came and put it on Brian's toes once, right? And I know that 1,000,000%. Right? And the only reason you're shouting your gob off now is because what you don't realise is you're being wound up by that lunatic who you're going to see exactly what he's about soon. If it all comes to court like we want it to.
Look at what he did with Mick Solby.
Oh, everybody.
Look at Richie Horsley.
Oh, look at Dale Brendan Hyde and everything. Phoning the police and getting Brian arrested for threats to kill him, pretending he's in fear of his life, but then putting you on and like all trying to take the piss out of Brian. Do you know what I mean? Eddie, you make yourself look foolish and you make yourself look very, very silly.
Cowardly as well.
Because everyone that knows you, a lot of big names have got in touch and said, they're absolutely disgusted in you, and that's what I think about you. I think you look like an absolute fool, and carry on playing his game, and you'll become you'll become a monkey like him in a circus.
And you, Paul Suckett, I thought you were nice. When I helped your brother when he had cancer, you were a fucking scumbag. I helped you when when Tina Shaw come, she was going to get the police, and I stopped them going to the police on you. We never stopped them, didn't we, Emma? And she was going to get you nicked because you stole the tape recorder out of her fucking house. So it was a brother, Gary Sykes. He done all that. Tinfoil did all that. He ripped the tripped it out. He knew, hey, I meet her every week. She's gorgeous, and we live together and we drink together. When she come on the show, I've never fucking heard you. Who are you? Never met my dad or me in my life. You're a liar. And get that book taken down. So she got the book taken down. Documentary story down.
It's just insanity.
And I help these people, and then they're telling me like that for just a bit of money. Just no loyalty at all.
No.
I was really poorly when I went to see his brother, and I could hardly walk. And I went and helped him. I was phoning his brother and everything. With cancer and everything. Nice lad, his brother. I mean, but yeah, I'm disappointed with him. And I am really upset with him for doing it because he already knows what he's done to Carol with Lee Duffy book. He already knows all the stuff, what he did the deal, because we told him and we showed him and he's seen it.
Well, look at all this, getting Brian like arrested, but like living in a safe place, and then Brian's like threatening to kill and stuff again. And it's me saying this, not Brian, but and the fear of the life. Brian can't do too much because he's just had 2 major surgeries. So you're like, they're still fun. So yeah, but you had all your vertebrae took out your bloody neck and replaced and stuff like that. So it's not doesn't matter how many years
if you look at your neck, you can hear crying.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
It's like packets of crisps.
Sad that Brian, because like ages ago they wouldn't have dared say boo. But it's now they come out the woodwork, and do you know it reminds me of, like I've said it before, like you get them lions that are hurt on them
like the wildlife programs,
and then you get a lion that's hurt, then all of a sudden you see all them hyenas like coming around them, don't you?
Because they're hurt.
Because they're hurt, and it's awful. Honestly, it really,
they're
is.
Injured, and there are about 20 hyenas jump them.
Yeah. So, but it just makes himself look an absolute fool. I never had a problem with Eddie.
I never ever called the lad. He always thought the world of him doing good in the body. I thought he was great. I thought good of him, Craig Howard, all that. I never ever called him in my life. And when we had the trouble, I still didn't call him then. But the thing is, he always had the beanies bun over me because I was stronger than him on the weights and everything else. I was bigger than him. I know was. I wasn't being big-headed saying that. Anyone will tell you.
He was just a pumped up, right?
Full of right. He was never big like I was. He was never 24 stone like my weight. He would never had 37-inch thighs, maybe. He never had fucking 23 3/4-inch neck. He never had 20 fucking just under 24-inch calves. Nowhere near my size.
And then you've got the likes of that stumble crumble. What's he called?
Talking
absolute garbage, right? He's made himself look an absolute more
We don't have
foolish
to
than ever.
do a bit of phone.
There's put a picture up and it isn't even the person it's supposed to be. And at the end of the day, if you go to my channel, I'm not going to ruin Brian's channel with this. A lot of them lot is coming out and they're all going to be exposed, a lot of them. But absolute vile, a lot of them.
Especially you, Humphreys. I'm free. You, Humphreys has done you.
Yes.
He's in my fucking, I'm free.
But
John Imrie.
Yes.
John Imrie's off. They all seem to be the limp-wristed gang, don't they?
Yeah.
They all seem to be, oops, a daisy.
Came out, I think, yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely
Never
crazy.
said fucking boat to me. When I was walking through the town centre with Bob Rob, we bumped into Elwood. I never seen him. And he went, do you know who that was? He said, I said, no. He said, oh, that was Eddie Elwood. I went, fucking hell, he looks a mess. He looked really bad compared to, he tore his bicep, I think. And he put loads of weight on, but he did look ill. And fucking hell, he's changed. And the next minute he said, oh, he's fucked all the steroids. He's been taking that much over the years. It's fucked his liver, his kidneys, all sorts of different things with his kidneys and livers, apparently. And then that was it said. And he said, I said, he couldn't have seen me. He said, Brian, how the fuck can you not see you? 23, 24 stone, stood there like a fucking mountain. Of course, he's seen you. Put his fucking head down, looked the other way when he seen you.
Well, that was Paddy tonight, haven't you say? It was different. He wasn't in a league of fighters, was he? He wasn't a fighter, so.
Never. Well, that's why he's known as a bodybuilder. I'm known as a fighter and a gangster. I'm still the same gangster. But why was Paddy Conroy picked to be the biggest gangster in the North East? Brian Cocker was the same page, but I was in the North East of this area. Paddy was there because you 60 million people in the country. Don't just go, who can we get? We'll just go to the yellow page. Emma, look up. Close your eyes. That one. Tommy Smith. Next one. Johnny Smith. Andy Jenkins. We'll use them three for the McIntyre. Yeah. You've got to be someone. You've got to be in that Jenna.
Yeah.
And being in that
and
for a long time.
You were both in the faces, but Paddy was in it as well.
Paddy was in the faces.
He was next to Fury. You were
I was next to Fury. I was next to Tyson.
So you were Paddy then?
So no, there was the other Paddy was in that side. Paddy Doherty. Then there was Fury. And there was me like that in the middle.
So I was Paddy.
I think Paddy was before me. I was there, but I was like I had two big pages.
Yeah.
Right across, right. He got me in them. He said, we can't. He's got the picture of him stood there next to Ben Ormond. He went, we can't do this. He said, without the tax man. So they got me anyway. Then I did another one with him where I went in the Jeep. While I was going, that Jeep's not even a real Range Rover. It's a pretend one that made it look short so Cocker looks bigger. I went out the Jeep. He said to me, Ben Ormond, who was obviously the Essex boys lad, so the films. But fucking hell, Brian, he said that the springs on that Jeep, the weight of you coming out of there, I've never seen a Range Rover pop back up, when somebody gets out. I said, I'm about 24 stone. He went, fucking size is unbelievable. He said, your traps are huge. This was about 10 years ago. And then he came back and he said, look, we want to do another one. We want to do the McIntyre. So McIntyre come, and he doesn't just come out of nowhere. What they do is they come and talk to you. They go around to where you're from. They check all the newspaper clippings. They talk to the police. They talk to the people. And then they ask the people, what do you like? What's this, that, and the other. Then they find the character. And then that's why they want to do you. If you remember, it was a BBC come to do me a 3-part documentary. And fucking Humphreys and the other one ruined us. Right, I'm going. That's my last one.
Right,
Last one, that.
I just turn it off 2 seconds.
Oh.